NBA, and they do like a noon, like 4 o'clock,
right.
and then go into NBA coverage on Friday night on ESPN. And that's assuming those games are on ESPN and not on like ESPN2, ESPNU, or other things like that.
Now, I think it's great for the team because they charter, and they'll be back the night of the 23rd.
Correct.
They'll come back right after the game. For fans, could be a little bit tougher. It's not really.
It'd have to be fans that have very flexible Christmas Eve plans.
Yeah.
Or a big guy with a red suit that flies in a sleigh.
Ooh, can you hook some people up?
I can maybe do that.
The ultimate charter, if you will.
The ultimate charter. That's right.
And it's tough flying Christmas Eve. If you get delayed, you can miss Christmas with your family.
Ellerby, I did look ahead. December 23rd, there is one game scheduled right now on ESPN, NBA-wise. It starts at 10 o'clock. So do you think that would affect the bowl program?
AM or PM?
That would be PM.
Maybe they go 3, 7 o'clock.
Maybe
10 o'clock NBA.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's all ESPN. It's like the Myrtle Beach Bowl starts at 2 or 2:30. That leads into Monday Night Football. They'll go to Monday Night Countdown. They'll go to the Monday Night Countdown pregame and then Monday Night Football that night. So, but it's just a matter of, does the Gasparillo Bowl have a television assignment?
Buddy, you drink water. That's interesting. I figured you'd drink something more
There's
exotic.
some maple syrup in it.
Oh, okay. I figured something was different about it.
He put a lot of sugar.
ECU will be without their starting center, Avery Jones, announcing he will be entering the portal. And he did walk with the seniors, giving us an indication that was going to be his final home game against Houston. But he will, I guess, not be participating in the bowl game for the Pirates.
And you kind of wonder, I mean, did the backup center play much this year?
No.
So that there's a Holt Naylor's has some critical bowl practices to get to know a new center.
Yeah.
Over 14 days whenever they get the bowl assignment on Sunday.
All right. All right. Anything else before you want to start talking about this treasure chest?
Treasure chest. Yeah.
I mean,
Buddy, what do you know about the treasure chest?
It's amazing. It's amazing. You can win prizes at 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and I'm going to win all of them.
You're going to win? You think you can win?
I think I'm going to win.
But your dad works here.
Can I call right now?
Are you eligible?
All right, we should say we're starting Monday
at 3 o'clock.
At 3. We're announcing it today, just for full disclosure.
But today on the program, we've pulled together a lot of our leftover prizes we have before we start the treasure chest, and we have a mystery prize pack with some products from Carolina Eagle, Bud Light. We have some gift cards, some T-shirts. It's well over $100 mystery prize pack. You got to be 21 or older to win today, and we're going to give that away coming up sometime during the program. So
it's like the pregame to the treasure chest.
Yes, it's a surprise, but you can win today, and then starting Monday, you can only win once in the treasure chest. So today's the last day to get in.
And per family this year, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Troy D's running the list.
We're not doing husband and wife.
Not that would matter to you.
Yeah, not that it would matter, buddy, because you're single, right?
That's messed up.
But one per household is what we're doing this year, buddy.
And no Shirley, because she's on the naughty list.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, buddy, you think Troy D's your dad, right?
He is my dad. Hey, Dad.
How did you find out that Troy D was your dad?
I was looking at the naughty list. I saw his name on there. I know that he's from around here. I found him at Pirate Radio, home of the treasure chest. It's amazing. And he's my dad.
Troy D?
Well, crazier things have probably happened.
Where were you? You remember that Marriott marquee, Troy D?
What took place?
Maybe it wasn't just a boy in his room.
What happened Peach Bowl weekend that made it so special?
Was your mom at the Peach Bowl, buddy?
She was the Peach Bowl.
Mrs. Peach.
Oh, God.
Oh, we're getting detailed.
Adam says song request. Can the elf sing the I Love You Dad song to Troy?
I love you, Dad. I'm singing in Pirate Radio Studios. You are amazing, but you've gained a little weight. Thank you.
This is getting creepy.
Very.
Now, buddy, are you a dessert guy?
I'm very much a dessert guy.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Troy, are you a dessert guy?
I want to consider myself a dessert guy, but I do occasionally eat a dessert, but not every day and not every week.
Do you know your dad is a dessert guy or non-dessert guy?
Obviously, we know that he's a dessert guy. Look at him.
All right.
That's Buddy. The elf looked in the mirror lately.
Wow.
With the pillow he's got hiding in his.
Now let's not have a family fight during the holidays.
Dad, that's not very nice.
Not nice at all.
Yeah, you got bad genes, son.
I'm not wearing jeans. I'm wearing tights.
Those are nice.
Those are fancy tights. Y'all want to read the list of what's
Yeah,
eligible?
do we have the treasure chest, Shirley? The old. Yes! The sound effect, which makes it legit. Do we have any treasure chest music to go with it? Yes! Oh, this gets us in the mood, LRB.
Buddy, you want to get up and dance during this?
Oh, let's go.
Dance behind your dad?
All right, we'll go every other one. You started.
All right. The first prize is a $150 gift card from our friends at Ball Sticks Oak Furniture.
Wow.
All right, we also have pizza for a year from Papa John's. That's 12 pizzas you get, one per month from Papa John's.
Our buddy Steven Igo is going to hook you up with a free year VIP subscription to Hoist the Colors.
All right, we got a $100 gift card from Familia.
We also have a $100 gift card and gift basket from Beauty Bar Medi Spa.
$100 gift card from Chico's Mexican Restaurant.
Hey, want some wings? We got a $100 gift card from Wings Over Greenville.
$100 gift card from Tiebreakers Sports Bar.
How about this, Troy D? Hey, buddy, how about this prize?
What?
$100 cash.
Cash.
And a t-shirt from Sparky's Snowballs.
Make it rain.
Straight cash.
Make it rain.
All right, we have a Bud Light fire pit cooler tailgate chair from Carolina Eagle Distributing.
Wow.
How about, buddy, you like games?
I do like games.
How about a Natural Light can jam set, a cooler, a tailgate chair from Carolina Eagle Distributing?
There are natural lights in the North Pole.
Are there any Carolina Panther fans listening? We have a Bud Light Carolina Panthers cornhole board set from Carolina Eagle.
Yes. How about a tailgate party for 10 and a gift basket from Parker's Barbecue?
We have a Pirate Fan gift basket valued at $100 from UBE.
A $100 gift card to Coco's Sports Bar, the new sports bar in the O'Cool's location.
And we have a gift card package from Christie's Europub, the Dap House, the Sidebar, and Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. You'll get a $25 gift card from each of those places. $100 total value.
Yes, that's awesome. A $100 gift card to Jersey Mike's. And look what we have here. An additional prize pack. Chandler, come on the mic. In the back.
Chandler's got balls.
He's like big Christmas balls in boxes.
Our buddy Brandon Manning has just stopped by, and Chandler's got the details. Brandon Manning has added an additional prize. Chandler, what do we got?
No need to fear. Brandon Manning of Farm Bureau is here. He's got 2 boxes of golf balls, Titleist #1 golf ball Pro V1s, and a $50 gift card to go play some golf at Aiden Country Club.
Wow.
Brandon, thank you for bringing in
He
your
left a
balls.
lasting impact on ECU baseball, and now will leave a lasting impact on your Christmas.
Wow. So all that is available in the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest. Once again, all you got to do is start listening Monday at 3 o'clock, each weekday, Monday 3 to 6. Got to be 21 or older, and you can win once per family. And we'll give away all these prizes, and you can be a winner on the stations for winners.
So it's a last-minute ad. We have 24 Pro V1s, right? And then you can lose them at Aiden Golf and Country.
That's right. For free.
All right, there we go.
I didn't know what Can Jam was. What was
Can
that?
Jam is
Natural
that,
Light
like,
Can Jam
It's, like,
set.
it's
Yeah.
that Frisbee game.
I just Googled it up. Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen people play it on the beach sometimes.
Don't give it away till later in the week, and you have some time to play it here at the studio.
Can we test that out?
Yes, absolutely.
Well,
Maybe you and Buddy can do a little game.
Isn't it packaged up pretty nice?
Wait, so Ellerby said we could, and Troy said we couldn't.
Well, I'm
Wow,
saying
what a role
that
reversal.
it's going to be used when we give it
Being
away.
naughty,
I was
Dad.
just trying to keep it
Being
brand new for our
Just
listeners.
gently used.
I'll just do it while you're not here.
Yeah.
And put it back.
We'll do it in Troy's office.
Awesome list of prizes.
Yes. What do you think, buddy?
I think it's amazing. And thank you for bringing in your balls. Where'd he go? He disappeared.
Man.
He's gone. He's magic. He's magic.
Tyler says, is Buddy opening the treasure chest every day in December? I'm here for that.
Buddy, would you come back and play reindeer games?
I would open a couple of them. Yeah, definitely. But then, wait, I can't win if I'm here opening the chest, right?
That's kind of the point.
Let me win first, and then I'll open it.
I think we should have Buddy just hang out with us every Friday during the holiday season.
Dad, I want to hang out with you all the time.
It really does
I
lift
think
your spirits.
reputation one day a week is enough.
Did Bryson Tyler talk about you this good? I mean, there's no way you get that attention from
Who
them.
knew they had an older brother?
I know. How do you know he's older?
Who are those people?
You know your twin brothers, Bryson Tyler?
No. Do you have something to tell me?
Wait, are you a triplet?
Ooh, never thought of it like that.
You cheated on my Peach Bowl mom?
No, he'd definitely be stepbrother.
Oh man! All right, what a list. We will begin on Monday, but as Ellerby said, huge. Look, I love leftovers. Heat them up. They're just as good as the real meal, and we got a great leftover prize pack today.
Mystery prize pack to give away between now and 6 o'clock. All you got to do is stay tuned. Be 21 or older. You'll win some fabulous beverages from our friends at Carolina Eagle. We have gift cards, well over $100. We got some Pirate Radio swag to give you. So Stations for Winners going to get it kicked off mystery style today, and then the treasure chest will kick off officially on Monday. It'll be exciting. We'll know the bowl games on Monday, so we'll have a lot to talk about. Planning the Players Lounge on Monday, so lots of fun. Buddy the Elf,
And they-
probably not going to be here on Monday.
But they can meet my dad if they come in here.
Right.
He's here. He's here with the treasure chest.
He's not
The
here.
treasure
He's
chest.
not here.
What? Yes, you are.
Not here.
You are here.
What are you going to do with your dad for Christmas this year?
I'm going to put him in a box and wrap him up like a present, and then I'm going to open him up in the morning.
You and your dad going out to eat tonight?
We're going out to eat. That's right.
Well, if you're buying, where are we going?
We're going to go to my house, have spaghetti with maple syrup on it.
Where do you reside?
The North Pole.
Yeah. How do you get there?
I fly.
Wow.
Yeah, I fly.
Have you ever sat on a shelf?
I've sat on a couple of shelves. That's right. In a little white building with padded walls. I don't know what that was about.
Speaking of which, they're doing Greenville Gifts tonight, I believe. Downtown.
Speaking of padded walls.
No, I was just saying.
Speaking of insane asylums, what?
No, I was just saying it would be it's a holiday festive atmosphere down
It
here
is. It's
downtown.
very exciting.
Clip, have you ever seen Troy more uncomfortable than on him, Dad? I mean, this is great. This is absolutely great.
Hey, we got them sitting right beside each other.
I'm going to find out what Troy's doing this weekend, and I'm going to text you. I mean, you go running in the tap house with Troy's eating dinner.
Maybe we should go to the basketball game tonight.
That's right.
You going to the
That's
basketball
right.
game, Troy D?
I don't know. What are you doing, buddy?
I don't know. I've got to talk to Mrs. Buddy. Let's see what she says.
Tell us more
You have
about
a
Mrs.
sister?
Buddy. Who's Mrs. Buddy?
Gary Buddy.
Troy, you going?
I don't know. It's still up in the air.
It's against Campbell.
Ellerby, you
Against
going?
Campbell.
Yes, sir.
You're going? Okay.
You are going?
That was pretty easy.
Yes, sir.
Pretty
Planet
easy.
tips.
Yes, there. I'll be there. Chandler will be there.
Yeah, I need to get my tickets just in case.
Buddy, can you hook him up?
I'll see what I could do.
You and Dad?
Is Shirley
Popcorn,
going?
basketball?
Shirley going to go to the basketball game?
What do you think of Shirley in there? You and Shirley hit it off today?
She was very abusive to me.
Is she grumpy?
She's a bad elf. She's a naughty elf.
Wait.
She needs a hug. That's what she needs.
Can you give Shirley a hug?
I tried to give her a hug, and then she threw me out of the building.
Do you think it had something to do with you being outside the bathroom door when she was in there?
Possibly. But she was going number 2, I think.
Yeah. I have audio of that clip if you'd like to play it.
That was the best part of you being here.
Well, we were
today, I
looking
gotta
for
say.
Shirley. We found that Shirley.
We're like, where's Shirley? And we hear her voice from the bathroom.
Bathrooms are
I'm in the
huge.
bathroom!
And then Buddy was knocking on the door.
Yeah.
She said, "Don't open that door."
By the way, Buddy's been here for like 2 hours now.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, it's my dad's house, so
It's been a day.
yeah.
Do you ever kind of crash down? Like you're up?
No.
It's
No.
24/7.
24/7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Me compared to my dad, he's kind of a downer, but I'm way up. I make up for it.
Yep.
Is your dad an angry elf?
He's an angry elf, yes.
He's not angry.
I don't think so. All right.
Good
Anything
stuff.
else,
No,
Buddy?
excited for the treasure chest.
Buddy, you watch sports?
Treasure chest. What?
You watch sports?
Sometimes. I'm watching the USA play against Netherlands tomorrow.
Yeah, at 10 a.m.
Yep, I'm excited. I'm excited. Go
Soccer
USA.
guy? What sports are played up there by the elves at the North Pole? What do you guys do?
Curling.
Oh, yeah, that makes
A
sense.
lot of curling.
What's your favorite reindeer game?
It would be, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Stumped him.
Nothing you can say on the radio.
Way to go, Ellery.
No.
Who's your favorite reindeer?
Rudolph, for sure, without a doubt. His nose.
I feel like he's
very bright.
overrated.
No, he's got a very bright nose.
Yeah.
After Rudolph, who's probably the best reindeer?
Dancer,
Yeah.
because he's a dancing machine.
Is that who taught you?
Yeah. And my dad.
Wait,
Yeah.
this guy?
Oh yeah, he can dance.
Well, that's true. How
Don't put on ABBA, Dancing Queen. Watch out.
how do you rank this Christmas season with versus past Christmas seasons? Like, are the toys bigger, better this year? Or
I
is it
would
gonna be
say the
less?
treasure chest, especially, is huge compared to previous years.
Well, I was talking about like just in general, like what's going on at the North Pole.
Oh, I think we're very busy. We're very busy right now. Extremely busy right now. But I'm most excited about the treasure chest here at Pirate Radio 1250.
This guy's good.
He's sticking to the
stay on
script.
plan.
Yeah.
Right on message. Better than our people.
Buddy, you have a big imagination. Redbeard says, do you think your dad has a big imagination? Troy likes to imagine a lot and believe, like fantasy. Is that where you got it from?
I'm not so sure. He's got a maybe a big belly, but the imagination is I don't know. He just
I
look
was
at him.
beating Michigan yesterday and having college game day host.
Did you hear yesterday's show, Ellery?
Yes.
Did a lot of imagining.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Who do you imagine is going to win the bowl game with the Pirates?
Well, it depends who we play.
Yeah. You just straight out aren't going to say ECU.
Well, I'd like to see who we match up
Let's
against.
go. Let's go Pirates.
I don't just blindly pick ECU. No. I try and be realistic about it.
I do.
Because you know
I
me,
have
Cliff.
faith.
If anything, I'm a realist.
You're real something.
If you could only pick one person to go on vacation with, Santa or your dad, who you got?
Santa, obviously.
What is your relationship to Santa? Is he like a boss?
He's my
or-
boss. Yeah. He's my boss.
Did you apply for this job? Were you born into it? How does it all work?
Well, I was found in the factory, and then I was slightly larger than everybody else, which was amazing. Whenever I've never seen a toilet that big. Whenever Shirley finally let me see the toilet, she didn't flush. It was very traumatic, but it was amazing.
Buddy, how old are you?
I'm 167 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old's your dad?
Yeah, he's a vampire, maybe. I don't know.
That's not true. He looks himself in the mirror all the time.
Right.
Obviously not today.
The jokes are flying.
Wow. Zingers.
All right. That it?
Yeah, I mean, if you got other business to take care of, I
What
think
else do
we're
you have
good.
going on, Cliff?
We'll have a guest. What do you want to talk?
No,
Let's
I'm
talk.
just curious.
What you got?
Well, who's that coming up?
I got Brian North coming up.
How's he coming?
3:30.
North Pole?
He's from WCTI.
Okay.
Brian North Pole.
Tony Dunn at 4 o'clock. Morgan Ayler's at 5. Mark Greenhill. We got Mike Schwartz audio to get to.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sounds good.
Treasure chest.
But it's Friday. I'm down with whatever.
Treasure
If you guys
Free-for-all
want to
Friday.
kick it and just talk about nonsense, I'm
Treasure
down.
chest.
Treasure Chest Monday.
1250.
92.7 now.
92.7.
He hadn't been around in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe if you would incorporate him into your life more, he would know.
He was just 147 when we started.
I know.
Take it easy on him.
Those were the days. Buddy, great to have you here, man.
Thank you. Thanks.
your
Stop
efforts
by
today.
anytime.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you do in the off season?
I check on my dad. I check on him.
What do you
and
do
I-
during the summer?
I work in the North Pole making umbrellas for the beach and beer coolers. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What are those ones that are real popular nowadays? They're shibumis.
Shibumi
Yeah,
shades.
you making those?
Yeah. They're from
Shibumis.
North Carolina.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah. I also help the Pirates train their football program. Especially, I'm working hard on the kicker this year. And we're now going to have to train, a new quarterback, right?
Yeah.
We got to get a new quarterback, so I'm going to train them on that. Maybe a little bit of Christmas magic in his arm, something like that. I don't
Awesome. Good stuff.
Buddy the Elf. One of a kind.
you.
Buddy, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And thanks for hanging out all
Thank
day.
you, buddy.
Yeah, Dad, no
I'm
problem.
not your dad.
Yes, you are.
Ellerby, Troy. We'll talk to you, Troy, on Monday.
Yes, 3 o'clock.
We'll talk bowl opponent.
We'll kick off the
Destination.
Treasure Chest Bowl.
That'll be
Yeah.
exciting.
Treasure chest.
Ellerby, we'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah, look forward. Big Willie Smith will be here, so we'll talk football with him. And it's going to be a fun week on the program, getting ready for bowl season. And will it be a victory Monday after the Pirates play the Camels on Friday night? We'll talk about that.
And Josh is talking about somebody named Patrick. Don't know who that is.
No, that's weird.
Yep, very odd. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. We'll take a timeout, come
Treasure
back.
chest.
A lot more to go on Pirate Radio Live here on a Friday.
Bye,
Back with
Dad.
you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville has a brand new updated menu. Open from 4 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday and 11 to 9 on Sundays, Familia has a variety of pizza combinations and classic Italian dishes that are sure to tackle your taste buds. Enjoy Thirsty Thursdays with $3 drafts with several local brews on tap. And who doesn't love brunch? Familia has Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Follow Familia on social media for their pizza of the week for just $12. Visit online at familianc.com. Familia, that's Italian for family.
Do you find it hard to stay healthy during the holidays? You're not alone. The secret is in all in what you eat. At Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we have certified dietitians to provide you with accurate advice on the eating plan and lifestyle choices that you need to make to help you live well. You need more than just an internet search to be able to get a plan that fits your unique needs. Your dietitian will customize an eating plan that is specific to your goals, your budget, and your lifestyle while providing coaching along the way. Sign up today at kptonline.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Love is finding the internet of your dreams from MetroNet. Get ready for fast, reliable, 100% fiber speeds with unlimited data so you can stream, study, surf, and game on all your devices simultaneously. No lag times or buffering. MetroNet offers student deals. Get 100 megabit internet for just $39.95 a month. Switch today at metronet.com/switch. MetroNet. Love your internet. BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With homes in Blackwood, Mills Creek, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, they're constantly expanding. Now to Laurel Glen and Sarah's Way, plus the new duplex community at Abigail Trails. BMS Builders can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or ECU football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. Call 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza. homemade lemonade.
Hungry for game day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chocowinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Vacation spots are right here in your very own backyard. You can take a trip to a state park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and also air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. If you're by a lake, be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get out on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For more information, please visit ncstateparks.gov. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a football Friday. Got an awesome giveaway prize pack coming up in hour number 3 of today's show. Shirley Rhodes, Chan Man here, Buddy the Elf out. What a wild first segment that was. Buddy the Elf fired up for the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest returning. Got a great list of prizes. We'll run those down one more time before we get out of here today and begin giving those great prizes away on Monday. All right, let's head out to the Pit Electric Live line. Get you ready for your sports weekend with Brian North as he joins us today on the program. Hello, Brian. 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 All right, bring back Buddy the Elf.
Santa!
Wait, that's Chandler doing his Buddy impression. Hey, Chandler.
What's up, Clipper? How you doing? You ready for some ECU basketball tonight? 7 o'clock?
I'm ready. Are they ready?
That's a good question, because they were not ready on Tuesday. You know what I mean?
Got to be ready for Campbell tonight. I remember on Wednesday, Patrick Mason was here, and he did picks for IGO, and I set the ECU Campbell basketball line at 3, and Patrick picked the Pirates -3. I was 1 point off. Saw earlier today ECU favored by 4 tonight.
Wow.
Over the Camels. Now we have Brian North on the Pit Electric Live line. Hello, Brian.
Hello, Clipper. Sorry about that.
Talked to your old cohort, Chris Haymeyer, earlier this week, voice of the Campbell Fighting Camels, who'll be in town tonight calling the action. East Carolina trying to bounce back after a loss to a winless team the other night in Minges, Brian. South Carolina State knocking off the Pirates' first home loss for Mike Schwartz.
Yeah. Just when a positive clip was coming out, that happened. I saw that. That's kind of put a big old oof in the ECU Pirate fan base that's always delicate when it comes to basketball.
Sure. Can't get too high, but don't get too low either. They'll come back, and they're going to lose a lot of games this year. They're going to upset some folks, and I'll be there watching it all. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do tonight to kind of bounce back from that loss. And Campbell is a team that they've beaten App State. They were right there with NC State earlier this year. So they are a couple of, as Haymeyer put it, a couple of free throws and possessions going their way from basically being a one-loss team at this point. So they're going to come in and fight tonight. Should be a good one. Brian, I guess will your focus be on high school football on this Friday?
Yeah, we're still concentrating on the high school football with the Eastern Regional Finals, and we've got big games. We're home against Millbrook, East Cleveland, and West Wallace Rose Hill. It's just always a phenomenal matchup. And then, of course, you have Tarboro going as well.
So high school football going on tonight, college hoops, and the Pac-12 championship. Lincoln Riley and his USC Trojans trying to win one more and get into the college football playoff. They are 3-point favorites tonight against the Utes of Utah. That is the one team that knocked off USC this year. So you got Lincoln Riley tonight. You got his brother Garrett Riley, offensive coordinator at TCU, trying to punch their ticket tomorrow when they take on K-State, Brian. A big weekend for the Riley family.
Yeah, huge. And this is what I love about when you're going to do college playoffs. This is what I've been saying. The conference championships should be de facto playoff games, and that's how they are for everybody but Georgia this week, and maybe Michigan to a degree. But if you want to expand the playoffs, which they're going to do, but it should start with the conference championships. If you cannot win your conference championship, you should not be in the college football playoffs. So I like there's so much on the line this weekend for a lot of these college championship games. And yeah, all right, Lincoln Riley, this is where they paid you all that money to move to L.A., and spend a lot of it on housing, and now let's see, can he get them back to where they want to be? I don't know if they can win a national championship this year, but certainly his reputation for developing quarterbacks, he'll probably have another Heisman winner again this year. Now we'll see if they can get back into the playoffs.
Riddle me this, Brian North. If you don't win your championship, you shouldn't be in the playoff. If TCU loses, if they're out, then you're putting in a team that didn't even make their conference championship. How do you feel about that? Yeah, I stumped him there. Actually, he just got disconnected. Is Brian walking in the middle of the woods?
Of all the people that we talk to, Brian has the worst cell coverage of anyone I know.
Chandler, are you saying he is him?
He is not him.
He is not him?
He is not him.
It seems like every time
he even told me when I called him during the break. He said, I'm walking out of the building. If we drop out, I'll call you back. Like he already knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So anyway.
But it doesn't matter. We could call him at his house.
Yeah.
And we'd still lose the signal.
There was
he could
one
be
time
outside in the yard.
He could be in the studio. And we still couldn't hear it.
There was one time, actually, it might have been a span there where it sounded like every time we called him, it sounded like he was underwater.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like that
it's
every time.
It's that dang flip phone.
I was about to say, didn't he have a flip phone?
He had Flippy forever.
Flippy.
He probably wishes he could go back and get out of the smart game. So he's not with us?
Let me try him. I was waiting for him to call me back, but let me try him.
Chandler, I'll ask you. People tuned in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I'll ask you, is it fair if TCU loses to knock them out of the playoff? You're basically penalizing them for playing in a championship game and rewarding an Ohio State, Alabama, whoever that did not play in the championship game. Is that fair?
That's totally not fair.
I agree.
That is totally not fair.
So in that case, TCU is in with a loss. But do you think that would happen? I don't.
Nah.
Ohio State gets them.
Oh, no doubt. Definitely Ohio State jumps the Horned Frogs.
I think on Barstool Pick Central, I think it was Brandon Walker that said if USC and TCU lose, it's the Big Ten SEC Invitational. It's Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia, I guess Bama at that point. Brian, we bring you back. I had a question for you as you dropped. Welcome back, sir.
Sorry.
If TCU loses their conference championship, you say you want conference champions in.
Yeah.
If they lose their championship, you are replacing them with a team that didn't even make their conference championship. So how fair is that?
No, that's what I don't like. I mean, you're out. Sorry, you back of the line. You can't win your conference. I like.
Well, then, but we don't have enough teams at that point. So here's my question though: TCU, who makes their championship and loses, or Ohio State, who did not even make their conference championship? And that if you put Ohio State in, you're almost penalizing TCU for making the championship. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Right. No, I agree. That's why I would say back of the line. All right, who's the next conference that's rated in your RPI that should be in the playoff after that? That's just how I think. I know the college football playoff is all about getting the best teams in there, regardless of who they lost to, when they lost, blah, blah, blah. That's why we have Alabama and Clemson in every year. But I've always been a believer that the playoffs start with your conference championship. So what's the next RPI-based conference that would be in line for the playoff is how I would look at it.
Okay.
So,
all right. So Brian's got Tulane in.
Yeah, all right. They've had a great season. Right?
On that note, Brian, do you like the format of the 12 teams where they to earn a bye, you have to win your conference championship. And also, they're allowing the highest ranked conference champion outside of the quote unquote Power Five to get in. So it sounds like they're going more towards your style, or they're rewarding winning your conference.
To a degree, yes. I believe they're doing it more to be inclusive to the bigger teams who don't.
Sure.
And under the guise of, okay, yeah, we're letting more people participate now, but it's really to get the big money schools in. But whatever, it's more inclusive, and I like that. Look, 1AA, Division II, Division III has been doing this format for decades, and so they've never had any problem. They've had great championships. I understand the reluctance for the 1A, whatever they are, FCS, to do this because it's all been about bowl money and, follow the money on all these deals. It's never been about the fans or what they want. It's always about TV dollars and all those things. Same deal with this current playoff format. Same deal with the 12-team format, but it is more inclusive. You can make less mistakes. Of the 12 teams that you're going to have in, how many outside of those 12 teams could actually make a legitimate claim to win a national championship? So obviously a lot more inclusive and a lot better. Still not perfect, but I'll take that over this current 4-team, and definitely will take it over the old bowl coalition, and definitely take it over the old AP style before that, where top 2 teams never even met.
Yeah, there are kids, people of a certain age tuned in right now that probably don't even know that there was no championship game back in the early 90s, Brian. You just have bowl games, and then after the bowl games were played, they'd basically slot teams, and it was never determined on the field. So, boy, it has taken a long time to get to where we are now. It's kind of crazy, though, Brian. Now we've gone from 4 to 12. You've got free agency in college football. Players are being paid, and I think we talked about this at the time. It was like college football, college athletics stayed the same for 40 years and then had 2 decades worth of changes like overnight.
Yeah. And we liked some of the things that we could always count on with college athletics, right? The athletes would stay at the same place for 4 years. We'd get to know them. There was traditions. Although there never really was. It's always been changing. But the thought of college becoming pro just was distasteful to a lot of people. But when you look at the actual proper thing to do as human beings is you should not infringe on anyone's right to make a living, no matter if they're in college or high school or any other place, as long as it's a legal way of making a living and you pay your taxes and you do all the things you're supposed to do. And students are allowed to transfer, and so college athletes should be too. They should not be indentured servants, especially when college coaches can pick up at the drop of a hat and go anywhere they want to for millions upon millions of dollars. So it's only the fair way to do it. It's just taking a while to palate it, to make sure that it's, it just doesn't look like it used to, which was easy to digest. Now it's a lot more complicated diet. It's still good entertainment. You just sometimes have to work a little bit harder to keep up with who is actually on your team.
Yeah, and man, I've got those thoughts today. Avery Jones, East Carolina center, entering the portal, and just seeing, comments of screw him, F that kid, all that. I'm like, I guess I'm to the point where I'm taking it for what it is now. And it is entertainment. It is not building a program anymore. It's building a team for basically 1 year. And what you got after that year, you're going to have to probably build it all over again. Hell, we've seen it with ECU basketball for years, even before the transfer portal, seemingly. But that's what it is now. And Avery Jones did not come to East Carolina as a freshman. He came here as a transfer from North Carolina. Right. So for the people that applaud it and are so happy when he comes in and he quote unquote quit on his old school, well, why the saltiness when he quote unquote quits on this school? Don't be hypocritical about it is my only thing.
The appreciation of him starting at center, which was not his preferred position when he came in, but starting at center for 3 years and doing a pretty good job. I haven't talked to Avery. I don't know why he is transferring out. He's been a starter. He's been a stalwart on that offensive line, along with the other Havelock player, Nashad Strother. And so, all right, you want to go somewhere else? That's fine. I have zero problem with it because I don't know all the circumstances that go with it. Maybe he wants to go pursue a graduate degree somewhere, and ECU doesn't. I don't know all the reasons, but the guy busted his tail for 3 years for your program, starting on the offensive line. So, okay, go ahead. Now, look, I had this epiphany the other day when we lament that players staying all 4 years, getting to know them. There's only a very small percentage of fans who know who the third-string quarterback is and the backup offensive lineman and know all the players. You usually know 1 or 2 stars on the team, and you gravitate towards them, and everybody else are kind of interchangeable parts. So why not allow these kids to go different places? Because their legacy is probably not going to be that much anyways. So you have 85 scholarship players. About 5 to 10 of those are going to be guys that you remember if you are not a hardcore fan or media member who covers the team on a daily basis. So stick to those few people who create those great entertainment memories for you, and let everybody else go and be happy and see if they can find that happiness. We know now you enter the transfer portal, about half the people that go in don't end up going anywhere.
Right.
The numbers just don't work out. So there's a danger for kids doing that, but allow them to make their own choices. We shouldn't be sitting there making choices for other people when it comes to their livelihood.
Exactly. They're looking out for their best interest, just like, we are looking out for ours. Everybody's kind of looking out for number one. That's the way it is now with the coaches, the players. I mean, you got Luke Fickell, who is already donning the Wisconsin W right now as his team is preparing for a bowl game. I mean, this is what it is. Take it for what it is. It is not what it used to be. So you got to keep up or get left behind, I guess. And
loyalty is an overused word in what we do. I mean, loyalty go both ways. I always tell people who are so invested in their professional team, your professional team that you bought all that gear from and the Sunday ticket and go to the game, they have no idea who you are. This is a one-way relationship.
Yep.
So for you to get so invested and depressed over your team's performance, they don't know who you are. They don't care who you are. At least college, you have a little more interaction. High school, you have even more than that. So just understand where the relationship is when it's a one-way street or a two-way street, and how much they're giving back to you. And if you're basing your emotional happiness on something that you can't control, like a professional or college team, well, maybe we got to reevaluate our lives a little bit.
Great point. I've had that thought many a times, Brian, and I know that is a fact, and I still don't care. I'm still like super invested in it. But I remember, I had that thought early on, 15, 20 years ago. Like, these guys, like you said, they don't care about me. Like, yeah. I love Darryl Green. He doesn't know who I am.
Right.
I love Clinton Portis. If he's passed me on the street, wouldn't even look at me. But I don't care. I love him anyway. I love him unconditionally, Brian. And I love my team.
Okay. And that's okay as long as you know that you at least have the right perspective. They've given you entertainment and happiness, and I don't want people to be discouraged from having that.
Yeah.
But understand that they're not going to help you when you're all depressed and
No, you're right. And also, too, that's why I don't really talk about contracts and money and all this stuff, because the amount of joy and entertainment athletics has given me over my life, and an opportunity to make a living talking about them. Like, I feel like I'm kind of indebted, because I don't know what I'd be doing if it wasn't for sports. I don't know what joy I would have had the last 40 years if it wasn't for sports. I would be doing whatever non-sports people do, and I can't understand those people. So, I know what it is. It's entertainment. It's what I've chosen to sometimes base my happiness and depression on, like you said. But at the end of the day, I know what it is. It brings me joy, and that's why, boy, COVID was rough. No sports, no nothing.
Correct.
Give me sports. Give me sports.
Yeah. No, and it's great entertainment, and it occupies our time. It does give us that happiness that sometimes we crave. You just got to know when to keep it into perspective. And bullying kids online and calling them losers, I don't know if that's making you feel better as a human being, but I don't know. Avery Jones has been nothing but an upstanding kid who's never been in trouble that I'm aware of. And, has been a good player for ECU. So take your time out of your personal day to try to bully somebody online just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Just move on. Tell me who the next center is going to be. Concentrate on that and let Avery go. And maybe if he makes it to the NFL, like a Gardner Minshew or the guy who transferred to UVA, that quarterback.
Yeah, Benkert.
Right, and then you can just say, hey, I remember when he played at ECU, and live off those happy memories. Because otherwise, again, there's so many more important things in this world. And I'm like you. My whole life, 30 years, have been about I've been paid to cover sports, and I do appreciate it, and I love the entertainment value of it, but I would never invest all my emotional time into something. I get to know some of the players and coaches, and I have relationships with them, and that's fun, and I enjoy that. But ultimately, it's about the fun of the competition, and I've enjoyed that. And then I leave it at the door when I go home at night, and I have no problem moving on to cutting some wood or building a birdhouse or whatever it is that you do in your life.
Brian says, I agree with what all is being said, but how can the NCAA not allow this to happen until after the national championship? Doesn't seem like such a hard concept. Kids and coaches can go wherever they want, but wait until after the season is done. Well, now the signing period is in December. Wisconsin wants Fickle to be there on campus. It almost sounded like Georgia Tech wanted Willie Fritz there now or never, and Fritz said never and chose to stay at Tulane because he wants to go for a conference championship and go for a big win in the Cotton Bowl if they can make it there. So with the way the rules are set up now, I guess you could push it back, but you would still – I mean, look, these coaches are going to go. Mike Houston – he doesn't want to be at East Carolina forever, and that's fine. Right. You got to realize that. Like they are all trying to win to get to the next gig, to the next paycheck. Brian says move the signing period back to February. Well, that's how it was a few years ago, and then they moved it to December, right, Brian?
Yeah, because a lot of kids were getting poached late, and the schools were getting sick of that, and they wanted them to sign their lives away on that dotted line, so they had the basic rights to them. So if you're talking about freedom of movement, all right, well, maybe you start getting rid of letter of intent signing day. Now, you're going to have some legalities when it comes to scholarships and putting your name on the dotted line. But, yeah, I understand these coaches are also trying to get their roster set. And now with the transfer portal, I mean, let's face it, coaches are now, the way they're setting their teams up, they're going transfer portal first, trying to get people they can play right away and then filling in. Now, it's not to say they don't work hard on the recruiting trail and getting these high school kids signed because you have to identify them, but they take more work at this point. And then those have to be set up early enough. So I understand you wanting them to get signed early so you have them locked in and then you can figure out the rest of your roster. It really has become a year-round process. And, yes, you have to figure out the timing, but you can't have it all on one side and then not the other. You can't have people able to move freely, but then they can only move freely certain time periods if you're going to have rosters, spring football, and everything set up. You just have to figure out probably a little bit better calendar. What that solution is, I don't know yet. I leave that up to the coaches to figure out. And come up with something. But
as far as the portal goes, you're talking about?
Yeah. The signing days and the portals and when guys can announce where they can transfer.
Right.
I have no problem having guys wait. I mean, once you commit to a season, it's not like Major League Baseball or the NFL where you can play for one team 1 week and then go play for the next week. Or the great trivia question of what Major League Baseball player played in 2 games for different teams on the same day.
Who was that, Brian?
Joel Youngblood, I believe was his name.
All right.
Played for the Pirates and the Mets, I think, in the same day. It's a good trivia question.
Yeah.
Put it on AJ's schedule this week.
I'll look that up.
Yeah, and so it's not like we should be doing that in college sports as well, because that obviously is unhealthy, and you're talking with being a student athlete and transcripts and being a student in the semester and having to finish those things up. So there's a lot of moving parts when doing this. So I don't have a problem with having you at least complete the season or be committed for that season once you're there. But when is it when a coach can leave? A coach can pick up and leave anytime they want. They get fired, they can go get a job anywhere they want. So we just thought we'd have to have a little bit better clarification on a calendar of when these things can probably happen without being restrictive to the freedom of being able to create your own environment and money.
Brian North, one day we'll figure out all the world's problems. It won't be today, Brian, but I feel like we put a dent into it, so we'll keep it up.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Solve them all the time. No one will just listen to us and put it into place.
Good point. Brian, thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend. We'll check you out. WCTI 12, the highlights tonight. New Bern still rocking and rolling, and other teams here in the East trying to punch their ticket to a state title. So we'll keep an eye on that.
All right, sounds good. I will be on there tonight, the last Friday night working for me, I hope. And then, we'll have it all covered for you. So enjoy it, and still waiting on that ECU bowl game. That's not Gasparilla thing isn't like officially official, right?
Not officially official, and it's leaning that way. But then again, it's been leaning 8 different ways this week. So I don't remember being this far, into it, Brian, and not something coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like by now we would know.
Especially with the bowl game starting so quickly, you almost have to start figuring out the lower tier bowls right after the season is over for most teams.
Yeah.
That's another problem for another day.
We are 2 weeks away from the first bowl game. So, all right, North, enjoyed it, buddy.
All right, see you, Clipper.
See ya. There is Brian North joining us, Pitt Electric Live Line here on a Friday edition of PRL. Let's take a break, come back. We'll wrap up hour number 1 and have more for you when we return after this.
Jeff Stein, our special guest from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, electric cars are coming. What's that mean for Brown & Wood customers?
For the customers, like it or not, EV is coming. We've installed 5 electric vehicle chargers here at the dealership. We have the all-new Cadillac Lyriq coming at 1st of 2024, and we've just seen the first reservation for the new Sierra EV.
People are interested in electric vehicles. How can they get up with you?
They can visit us at brownandwood.net or 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Portable, super quiet, and fuel efficient. Honda EU Series generators are ideal for camping, tailgating, home backup power, and more. All feature Honda's CO Minder carbon monoxide detection system for added peace of mind. Select models include Bluetooth connectivity for wireless control with Honda's My Generator smartphone app. Go with a Honda EU Series generator. It's power you can trust. See Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
It seems like places are giving you less and less food these days.
Yes, Mama, it's called shrinkflation. Oh, shrinkflation is just another word for robbery. But this is shackflation. What? Dang, that's huge. Extra pepperoni, extra cheese on that thing.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, Shimmer Boutique is your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials. This is Holt Nailers, and if you need a Yeti cooler, apparel, shoes, or accessories for the season, Shimmer has you covered. Shimmer Boutique is also the exclusive retailer in Greenville carrying the largest selection of built-in broken gear for adults and youth. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville across from Lowe's. Go Pirates!
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Come pop a top this holiday season at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Make sure to stop by the shop and grab a keg for your Christmas party or event. As always, the Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring NC's craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Happy holidays from Jarvis Street Bottle Shop in Greenville.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Lang with Carolina Hardscapes, and we're excited to announce that we're Eastern North Carolina's premier fiberglass pool installation company. We partnered with industry-leading San Juan Pools so that we can build the backyard of your dreams. Whether it's an outdoor fireplace, patio, outdoor kitchen, or now a pool, give us a call at 364-1201 or find us on the web at carolinahardscapesandmulch.com so we can make your backyard the place to be. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Need some beer for the weekend? The Jarvis Street Bottle Shop near Christie's Euro Pub is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews along with wine and growlers. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating North Carolina craft breweries along with live music and discounts. Stop by Tuesday through Sunday or check out the Jarvis Street Bottle Shop on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is Clip Rock.
All righty, back with you. Folks, it happened yesterday. Yesterday, it happened for the first time ever, and I'm here to admit it. I made a mistake.
What?
I said something incorrectly for the first time ever on Pirate Radio.
What did you do?
I had a 15-year streak going with only giving out 100% factual information. And then yesterday, at this very mic, sitting on this very throne, I stated that the championship weekend begins at 1 o'clock on Friday.
You idiot.
With the could you let me speak and then I'll give you your time? With the MAC championship. Because I looked at the football slate of games and saw that Akron and Buffalo were playing 1 o'clock today. Stop, Chandler. So I took that as well. It's championship weekend. 2 MAC teams are facing off. It's got to be a championship game, right?
You would think.
Thank you.
If you were stupid.
Oh. This is a makeup game for a game that was going to be played in Buffalo. Remember when Buffalo had 6 feet of snow? Well, this is a makeup game between Akron and Buffalo. The MAC championship is actually coming up on Saturday. So, not only was this game scheduled on championship weekend, the MAC championship used to be on a Friday. It used to be Friday night, I remember. But no excuses. Excuses are for losers. I made a mistake. I'm here to own it. Chandler, go ahead.
How can one person on this earth be as stupid and careless and make a mistake like that? You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I am.
I mean, this is a sports talk radio station that should give out factual information about, I don't know, sports. And for you to go out there yesterday and to say that the MAC championship started at 1 o'clock between Akron and Buffalo, you, sir, need a name tag. And on that name tag, it has to say, the dumbest, stupidest moron of a sports talk radio show host.
That is a big
in
name tag.
the world.
That is
not just in the country, not just in the USA, in the world. You idiot.
That hurts, but sometimes the truth hurts. Mully has texted in.
Now, do I have room to say that you're an idiot? No, I don't have much room, if not any room at all.
Is there any more room for me in those jeans? Mully texted in. He said, "Not a sports guy. I gotta own it. I gotta eat it." It doesn't feel good, folks. It doesn't feel good to be wrong.
15 years of being factually correct.
100%. I offer my sincere apologies. There's probably people that were tuned in yesterday that planned their whole day around the MAC championship.
Recorded it and all.
Huddled around the TV with their families and tuned in to see like a 3-win team versus a 5-win team. And again, all I can say is I'm sorry. Tyler says it's unacceptable.
Unacceptable. And what does unacceptable mean? Not being able to be accepted.
Not satisfactory. And I don't know if I'll ever be at this microphone again. And
is there a drive?
I consider myself a man of faith.
And there's a drive in the deep left.
Castellanos, deep to left. That's a home run. Tyler is taking his viewing to the transfer portal.
Oh!
We have viewers and listeners entering the portal due to my performance.
We also have Hoist the Colors subscribers hitting the portal as well, with Buck Wild 17 saying he is going to enter the transfer portal.
That is true.
Breaking news, by the way.
All right, so the MAC championship will be played on Saturday. Coming up tonight, you can get an American preview as North Texas takes on UTSA in the Conference USA Championship. Those schools are on their way to the American. Power 6, hashtag it.
North Texas, a possible opponent for the Pirates in a bowl game.
You know, we talked earlier this week to Chris Haymeyer, Missouri alum.
Yeah.
That Mizzou ECU matchup.
In Gasparilla.
Starting to look more and more possible. So, keep an eye on that. Utah and USC. I'm pumped for that one tonight. We'll be in Minges. We'll get home for the second half of that one. So, I'm excited for that one tonight. Who are you picking in that, Chandler? I will say the line did move up from 2.5 to 3 in USC's favor, but I'm a little surprised it's that low.
I like Caleb Williams. He's playing lights out right now.
I might just do what Jeff Nadeau said if I was to have action on this game and just take the over and enjoy it. Don't worry about who's going to win.
Yeah.
Just worry about USC and Utah going up and down the field and scoring points.
Should be a fun one. Should be a fireworks show.
Yeah.
How about this? I thought about this the other day, especially I thought about it last week when I was watching USC Notre Dame. But Caleb Williams is pretty much in the front running for Heisman. Probably is going to win the Heisman. If he does, that's what, 3 now? That would be 3 quarterbacks that Lincoln Riley, since leaving Greenville, since leaving East Carolina as the offensive coordinator, that will be 3 quarterbacks that he has coached that has won the Heisman. That's crazy to think about. If you were to sit down, if you're standing, walking, sit down, think about it.
Do you have
tell
to
me that? Yeah, you have to sit down.
You have to sit to think?
Yes, I do.
I bet you do.
And sometimes I have to close my eyes.
I bet you do a lot of thinking on the throne, don't you?
Oh yeah,
thinking on the throne.
But sit down, think about it, and tell me that's not crazy. To be able to coach potentially 3 Heisman quarterbacks in a 4 or 5 year span.
Mm-hmm. He thought Rattler was going to be his next. Didn't quite work out at Oklahoma, and now he is the cat's meow in Columbia right now.
And then he thought, well, maybe it could be Caleb Williams at Oklahoma. And then he went to USC and said, hey, Caleb, how about you come win a Heisman in Los Angeles?
So who were the QBs?
It was Rattler. Rattler got benched in the Oklahoma.
No. His Heisman QBs. Baker.
Kyler.
Baker was a transfer.
Baker.
Was Kyler...
Kyler went to Texas A&M.
So he was a transfer. And Caleb Williams. Transfer.
Did Hurts win a Heisman? Jalen Hurts? No.
2-1. I don't think Hurts won.
Hurts didn't win at Oklahoma?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I was going to say if he did, he was a transfer.
Yeah. Look, it is. I know it's tough to take these days, but that's what this is now. I've just accepted it for what it is. It is complete madness. I'm just going to hope East Carolina wins, no matter who they play, no matter who their starting center is.
I mean, that kind of surprised me today. Maybe it didn't for other people, but Avery Jones entering the transfer portal.
He walked on senior day.
Yeah, he did. But, I mean, did Holton walk on senior day last year?
I believe so, as a just-in-case thing. But for a guy that, I mean, that is the sign right there that he's planning on moving elsewhere. I mean, maybe that's why I'm not shocked as everyone today, because he was out there on senior day. All right, Jalen Hurts did not win a Heisman Trophy. Let's take a break, and we'll talk about this is a great slate of Sunday NFL games.
Yes, it is.
I'm very excited for this Sunday.
Could possibly be the best of yet in the NFL season.
Just even if they're not super important playoff matchups, there are good division games
And matchups in general.
Just good matchups
In terms of
a
little bit,
matching
sure.
up. We'll talk about it with the Chan Man and Tony Dunn when we return. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live here on a Friday. Back with you after this.
Celebrate the holidays with America's favorite light beer, Bud Light. When planning your holiday festivities, be sure to pick up some Bud Lights at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's holiday fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this December and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Happy holidays from Bud Light and Carolina Eagle. Go Pirates!
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're giving everyone one line for $29.99 a month with unlimited data this holiday season. That's right, one line, unlimited data for just $29.99 a month. That's more than a great deal. That's locally grown connection from U.S. Cellular. Limited time offer, terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Hey, I'm Holt Nailers. No one knows better than me how important it is as a quarterback to have protection on the field to be successful. My frontline team is critical to my success. For your frontline insurance protection, you need the team at Buck Insurance Agency. Buck Insurance Agency is your local team and have been helping customers like you for over 30 years with their insurance needs. When you need insurance protection, you'll get the whole team with Brian Buck and his staff. Call toll free at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
What a perfect time to be in Greenville, North Carolina. ECU football is going back to a bowl game. ECU basketball is getting cranked up. And Greenville's newest sports bar is officially open. Coco Sports Bar, located in the Big Lots Shopping Center right off of Greenville Boulevard, has the largest variety of delicious food, including burgers, quesadillas, Philly cheesesteak egg rolls, chicken and waffles, and of course, the best wings in town. Check out Coco Sports Bar on Facebook for the latest information on menu items, drink and lunch specials, and more. Open 7 days a week. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Sidebar in Uptown Greenville is open and ready to serve you. The Tex-Mex Fusion Restaurant offers dinner and Sunday brunch from 10:30 to 2:30. Located right next door to the Dickinson Avenue Public House, the Sidebar has indoor dining and patio seating for everyone to enjoy. For the latest on reservations, menu items, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your hosts, Clip Rock.
Welcome back to the show. Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt here on a Friday. Clip Rock here, and excited about NFL Week 13. I don't like saying that number. We're getting close to the end. But we do have a great slate of games and a great set of people to talk football with here on a Friday, including Tony Dunn from the C3 podcast, CarolinaCatChronicles.com, joining us on the Pit Electric Live line today. Hello, Tony.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Doing good. We're going to send it over to Tony. Tony, let's talk Panthers before we look at this week's slate. Congrats on the win. And the Broncos, to the Panthers fans' delight, are what we have said they were for a long time now. They are terrible. You got to see it up close and for the first time, really, an entire game on Sunday, Tony. So just how bad are those Broncos that the Panthers knocked off?
They're holistically bad, I think, is the real problem, Cliff, is that I know that all the attention goes to Russell Wilson and the trade and the picks and the amount of money he's going to get paid, and he has not been good by any stretch. But, I don't know if you can find one good thing on their team right now, and at least in that singular game. I'm sure that people who watch the Broncos can talk about, some potential things that they can build upon in the future. But, they couldn't score. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop the pass. They couldn't stop Sam Darnold. They couldn't do anything. So they're bad. And I'm glad for you for reminding me how bad they were when we were making our picks.
Tony Dunn, C3 Podcast, joining us. So, they were certainly bad. And the Panthers, and I tell you what, Tony, that much like one reason I like Taylor Heineke, he'll throw a pick just like Carson Wentz will, but he'll at least feed the ball to our best player, that being Terry McLaurin. Sam Darnold comes back in. He will at least give the ball to the Panthers' best weapon on the outside, and that's DJ Moore. So I know DJ Moore got going a little bit, and that was good to see from Panthers fans.
Yeah, I think he had a touchdown. He had, I think, over 100 yards. He had Patrick Surtain in a blender. And, even Surtain was even visibly frustrated. Panther fans got a little delight in that because J.C. Horn, it's kind of from that draft. We picked J.C. Horn, and then Patrick Surtain went next. And Surtain has been very good, and J.C. Horn has struggled with some injuries. But Surtain, 2 weeks in a row, has gotten toasted by Devontae Adams, now DJ Moore. So a little delight in that.
Tony, I hate to look back, but you've been talking about it this week, and so have other Panthers fans. Matt Rule goes to Nebraska, and I've seen a lot of Panthers fans saying, I wish Matt Rule would just shut up and quit talking. What has he been saying all week that has been annoying Panthers fans like yourself?
Oh, my gosh. I cannot tell you how mad I have been this week, Cliff. Matt Rule has gone on a media campaign as he's been trying to, I guess, drum up some attention for Nebraska, hopefully put himself in a better light maybe to attract some recruits and potentially stop the bleeding of all these dudes just jumping in the portal to leave at this point. But he went out and said that he wanted to set the record straight, that he had told everybody, and he was under the impression and agreement that they were on a 4-year plan, 4 or 5-year plan, and that timeline was accelerated by other people. David Tepper, I guess, he's implying. He said this, is that that if he would have known that the timeline to win was 2 years, he would have gone out and made a big splash trade. He would have gone out and acquired the agent. And he completely distanced himself from that. Then, on top of that, he also said that he tried to say that he did not make personnel decisions unilaterally, that he did not make the draft picks. And really, this was a deflection of blame. And he threw everybody under the bus. And I'm telling you, he looks slimy. He looks two-faced. He looks unaccountable. And I got to say this, Clip, is I felt guilty. Like I'm Catholic. I have to go to confession before Christmas, certainly. And one of the things I'm going to have to confess is how much I hate this dude's face. And I really feel bad I feel guilty about, I've never hated someone's face like this before. And I'm going to have to confess it, and it's terrible. And I tell you this, as I came to a real conclusion the other day, is that, when you guys were talking, you and who was it that were talking about Matt Rule being a proven college coach?
Yes.
And then he's not proven, first of all. He's had 2 good seasons. He's 0-11 against ranked teams at Baylor. He's 2-5 against ranked teams at Temple. He has had some success. Proven, I don't know. But I was under the impression before I heard these comments, Clip, that he was not even a college coach. But I realized that's what he truly is, because a college coach needs to be able to rub elbows with every booster in the world and go and be a liar every day. They got to go into people's homes and lie to the kids and their parents. They got to lie to the boosters, and when things are going bad, they talk junk about everybody except for the person they're talking to at that point. So he is perfect for the job.
Well stated by Tony Dunn. I do just want to say
he's known.
Hold on. Let me get, and I'm going to give you your time too as a Panthers fan, Chandler. But just because Tony's kind of coming after me now with the Matt Rule's a proven college coach. 2-10 his first year at Temple, awful. Turned that into a 6-6 year the following year. 6-6 is not good. I'm not counting that as a good season. But he did go from 2-10 to 6-6, and then back-to-back 10-win seasons at Temple. So that's 2 good years right there, Tony. 1-11 his first Baylor year, trying to rebuild that mess. Got 7 wins the second year. That's not good, but pretty good. And then 11-3 Sugar Bowl. So out of his 7 seasons, he's had 3 really good years. He's only had 2 losing seasons, and those were in the first 2 years at his schools, Temple and Baylor. He has been a really good college football coach. But anyway.
Just as good as any coach that we would want at East Carolina. So I'll give you that. Right.
You're seeing red right now. You can't be non-biased about this.
I mean, there's no doubt, though, that he's known for building programs.
No better than Steve Logan was. That's what I say.
All right, Chandler, what do you got?
I was just going to say he is known for building programs from literally the floor up. Because you go to Temple, they're demolished in the football program. He goes and revives Baylor after the Art Briles situation. Was that after that situation?
Yeah.
So he is known for that. But I thought we were done. Awesome job. You did exactly what we expected you to do, and that's go out and get a head coaching job. I knew Nebraska was zoning in on him as soon as he was fired. But for him to come out and say that, he basically wants all the credit. And the Panthers are only won 3 games after he's been fired. For us for the past few seasons, that's a lot of wins, especially in this short time span. And he's wanting credit for that, but he wants credit, but he also says that he wasn't in on any deals. He wasn't in on any draft picks. There is literally videos out there of him mic'd up during the draft this past year and last year where he's like, all right, if this guy's not available, we're taking this guy. All right, let's pick Terrace Marshall here. He's literally hands-on. He's literally making decisions. And what kills me is that, it's literally it's pettiness to me. It's literally pettiness from Matt Rule. And for someone who wants credit but at the same time says that he didn't partake in any of the decisions made, get out of here. And just, Panther fans already did not like the guy. Yeah. He could have been gone and got out of here, and he could have said something completely different. He even said to Peter Schrager, he said, if I can go back and change things, what I would change is not be the coach of the Carolina Panthers.
Well, duh. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Y'all would say the same thing about him. That's not who cares?
I'm just adding on to what he said.
No. All right, here, we will meet in the middle. Clip is he's a proven college coach and a proven sniveling two-faced liar.
He is a two-faced.
I did see one video, Tony, you kind of talked about it earlier, where he said, I want to be remembered as somebody who never threw anybody under the bus, was accountable.
Yeah.
And then his next line was the line about, I've never made decisions unilaterally, basically saying, whoever did make those decisions sucked because it wasn't me.
Yes.
Literally throwing people under the bus.
He doesn't throw people under the bus. He just runs them over.
Yeah.
The bus. He gets that college Nebraska bus that they're going to have to take because they got to drive 280 miles probably to get to the airport or wherever. And then he's going to run over every Panther fan on the way.
Can you add Tony Dunn C3 Podcast Nebraska hater to your profile, Tony? You're gonna be you're gonna root against them harder than you root for ECU next year.
I mean, they're like they're gonna be like my Saints of my Falcons of college. And I'm trying to think who I hate the most in college football, and it's probably for me it's been a little Virginia Tech back in the day.
Yeah.
They're up there now. I'm just rooting for him. And look, Cliff, this is a crazy example of failing up. Another example.
Yeah.
Fail up is that he got a 7-year.
Whoever his agent is, I want to know who he is.
But again, he has won in college. He has won before.
Another thing is that his contract's like significantly backloaded because the deal with his contract for Tepper was guaranteed $64 million, but one of the clauses in the contract is if he takes a job at another school like that's not the Panthers, whatever he gets paid there, they take out of his payment. So if he gets $3 million this year, he only gets $1 million from the Panthers or whatever. So what they did is they structured the contract to help Nebraska and screw David Tepper.
So Matt Rule literally
don't care about that either.
So Matt Rule, here's a quote from Matt Rule in the interview. I wasn't the GM. I didn't make the picks. But now here's Matt Rule on draft night.
Take the best receiver. If they're not sure, take our highest ranked guy, Terrace, and then we see what we do. Once upon a time. Okay. Let's take Terrace one.
So that's Matt Rule making the pick.
He said, let's take Terrace Marshall. And also, if people don't remember, I surely do.
The Tommy Tremblay one is the real example. Is everybody sitting there looking at him? He goes, "Tommy Tremblay, he's my guy. Let's pick him."
And, here's another one, Tony, that might top yours. And I remember this because I'm a long snapper. But Matt Rule and the Panthers drafted Thomas Fletcher out of Alabama in the 6th round. He is a long snapper, and there's audio of him on the phone with Thomas Fletcher saying, I just drafted you. So, I mean, it's just two-faced, Tony. He's two-faced.
Cliff, is that we really don't have a problem because we all knew all this stuff. The problem is that he is just 100% acting like he was not part of the equation. It's being in a fight with your wife.
It's like what?
Being in a fight with your wife. Like, well, I don't know, but like it's like this is all your fault.
Right.
That's what my wife would say. It's like if we were in an argument, she would say, "This is entirely your fault." That is.
You take no ownership. Yeah.
None.
Yeah. All right.
That's the irritating part. So you know what? I wish him the worst. Session for it.
And real quick, Tony, as this season rolls along, how much talk is there of a new coach in Carolina? I mean, I guess they're going to let Wilkes play out the string here, right? And then I don't know.
I mean, the talk right now is just like, is Wilkes going to do enough to be the favorite to where just feel obligated to give him a real legitimate opportunity? I don't know. We've tried to stay. Or at least I've tried to not get my mind too wrapped up in it. There's a couple of names, but like until we hear the people they're going to interview, it's just like all speculation. But I mean, there's some names from the last search, I think, like or people that Matt Rule couldn't land, like Pep Hamilton, offensive coordinator. I think he's from Houston, right? Like Ken Dorsey. So I guess just I mean, people are starting to float those names out, but really right now they're just trying to figure out is Sam Darnold going to come in there and do enough to maybe secure a 1-year deal to be the bridge for next year for the Panthers?
I was watching last night and heard the name Joe Brady and who's the name you just mentioned, the old Miami? Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey.
Yeah. Up there at Buffalo, and a good quarterback can make you look like a good coach really quick, and vice versa, as we saw in Carolina, I guess. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get some picks in. Tony, I got that video you sent me. I want to play that too.
It's so good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes my day so much brighter.
And it's so Tony and Cam from years ago.
Yeah, you know what? I thought the same thing.
All right, we'll play that, and we'll make some picks. Great slate of games this Sunday. We'll talk about them when we return after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Don't stress this holiday season. Give the gift of beauty. A gift certificate from Beauty Bar Medi Spa will not only bring a smile to that special someone, it will smooth wrinkles, tighten skin, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair. Visit the professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa in Greenville. Available now. Gift certificate specials for her or him. And BOGO stocking stuffers. You save and they glow. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers, and when it comes to getting your family together, there's no better place than Familia, which is Italian for family. Familia is the place I like to bring my football family, especially my offensive linemen. Whether it's great New York style pizzas, homemade meatballs, lasagna, chicken parmesan, or delicious homemade desserts, Familia is a winning play every time. For dine-in or takeout, make Familia your go-to play when you have a hungry team. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep invites you to come and see their great selection of new cars, trucks, and Jeeps. New inventory is arriving every week in November, and 2022 models come with big rebates and great financing offers. It's the Black Friday sales event going on all month at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville.
This just in. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep is selling all new remaining 2022 cars, trucks, and Jeeps at invoice through the end of November. Get over to East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep now and get any new 2022 Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram at invoice now through the end of the month.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Craftsville in Greenville. Come see us.
All offers do not include tax tags and $7.99 admin fee. Customers must qualify for all applicable rebates and subject to credit approval for all APR offers. See dealer for details.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville.
Pirate Radio.
You know, for having such a bleak outlook on pirates, you're well on your way to becoming one.
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
Ho, ho, ho!
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you. Pirate Radio Live here on a Friday, game day Friday. Pirates and Camels tonight, 7 o'clock, Minges Coliseum. ECU basketball coming up. We'll find out East Carolina's bowl date officially on Sunday. Maybe some news will sneak out before then. Keep it locked this weekend to Pirate Radio social media accounts. And the treasure chest will open up on Monday. We'll run down the prize list again before we get out of here today and give you a great prize coming up in hour number 3, a mystery prize pack, as Ellerby has assembled some goodies here. So stay tuned for that. Let's welcome back Tony Dunn to the Pit Electric Live Line. Chandler Honeycutt here. Shirley Rhodes producing. And Tony, I told you last week that I was starting to see some things, the pictures clearing up for me in my head. And I followed that up with a 14-2 week last week.
Holy moly.
My best week of the year. My only losses were Seattle and Zay Jones with a 2-point conversion to beat Baltimore. So those were my 2 losses. I had the Ravens in that one. Tony Dunn, a 13-3 week last week, 11-5 for CJ. And Chandler, who has been in the lead the entire year, I think that's back-to-back weeks where you've been in 4th, but you still have such a large cushion. You right now have 108 wins on the year to Tony's 102.
Tony's catching up.
Tony's coming in the rear view. CJ with 99 wins. I have 95, so I'm still way back. But again, I'm seeing the board well, gentlemen. So we'll see if we can keep that going. This is a great slate of games, and I say that, and we start off with kind of 3 duds. But first game up with no Panthers today, Steelers at Falcons. Chandler, we'll start with you.
I'm going to go Steelers on the road.
CJ is taking his Steelers as well. Tony, who are you going with?
I think I'm going to go Falcons at home.
I mean, you need to go opposite of me.
It's a coin flip game.
I'm going to go, definite coin flip. I'm going to go Falcons at home. Packers at the Bears. Do we know about Aaron Rodgers?
I think I saw where he's going to play.
I saw something about Jordan Love, though. So people are talking about him right now, so I wonder what that means.
Aaron Rodgers back at practice for the Packers, so it looks like he will go. What about Justin Fields?
He's good. He's not listed on the injury report.
All right, so we have our 2 starting quarterbacks. I kind of wanted to see Love versus Fields, honestly. Rodgers and the Packers stink, but he owns
the Bears.
He owns the Bears.
He owns them.
I said the same thing earlier this year about the Lions, and the Lions beat the Packers.
Yeah.
So I am taking the Bears.
I am taking the Packers because the Bears can't win, even if they can score. So,
Chandler?
I'm going to take the Packers, too, because, like we said, Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears, and I could see him scoring a touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and doing exactly what he did, was it last year or a couple years ago, where he says, I own you. I own you.
I think the Bears treat this as a Super Bowl, and they go out and win it. And CJ is picking the Bears as well.
Where's it at?
Chicago.
At the Bears.
Oh.
The place Rodgers owns. This is not a playoff implication game, but this is going to be a fun game. Jaguars at Lions, Tony. I'll let you pick first.
Jags at Lions. I'm going Lions. I'll go Lions.
All right. Chandler.
I like the Lions at home.
Be good.
CJ's taking the Jags. The Lions are just like the Lions had won 3 in a row before they lost to Buffalo.
These are like the same teams.
I know.
they're really like mirror images of each other.
I'm going to take the Jags. They were frisky last week. They looked good last week in their win over Baltimore. Great drive by Trevor Lawrence.
Zay Jones with a career day as well.
Huge day for Zay and the game-winning two-point conversion. All right, Mike White comes in and throws all over the Bears. Of course, their defense does stink, but I guess Mike White is the guy when they go to Minnesota on a Sunday. Big game for the Jets, and they are – I think I heard a line on this game. Tony, what do you think the line is, Jets at Vikings?
4 points Vikings.
I was going to say 3.5.
Okay. Y'all are, I think, on the right track. I thought it would be higher than that. It is
3.
3? You got it?
No, I was going. That's my final guess.
It is 3. That seems low, no? But I mean, I guess it's around what y'all said. Y'all respect the Jets, it sounds like. Or do you disrespect the Vikings?
I think it's more disrespect.
No, it's like they just kind of match up against each other pretty well. Is that the Jets' defense is what's been really doing their thing, and if you can stop the passing game, I feel like it's just like who wins, which side of the ball wins. Does the Minnesota offense win, or does the Jets defense win? And a good matchup this week between Sauce Gardner and Justin Jefferson.
With all that being said, I will take the Vikings at home, as will CJ Chandler.
Vikings at home.
And Tony.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Commanders at Giants. CJ picks the Giants and says, WTF, the Commanders are really 7-5? What he should be saying is WTF, the Giants are really 7-4. The Giants stink. They are frauds. I'm not saying the Commanders are good. The Commanders could lose this game, but I'm taking Washington on the road. And I was surprised. Have you seen the line on this game, Tony?
No, I haven't seen any other line.
Take a guess.
Are y'all dogs?
I think it's pretty. It's probably the same, but say 2 points favorites for the Commanders.
All right. I was just surprised to see us favored on the road. 2.5 Commanders favored over the Giants on Sunday. I'm taking Washington. Tony, who you got?
I'm rocking with Ron.
Yeah. Ron Vimber turns into Ron Simber. We'll see if we can keep it going. All right. I like this game a lot. Titans at Eagles. I'm taking the Titans on the road.
I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go Titans on the road, too.
That's music to Tony's ears.
Not me. Give me the Eagles. They are legit. I don't care if they barely pulled it out over Indy. They are straight. And now they've added both Linville Joseph, right? And
Sue.
And Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah. And they got ran all over by the Packers the other night.
Did they?
Yep.
Oh, so was it 2 weeks ago that they lost? Oh, yeah, I guess it has been.
Oh, they got ran all over by Washington, and then they added those guys, and they got ran all over again.
By Indianapolis, too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still sticking with it.
And guess what the Titans like to do?
Run
the football. Run the ball.
That's an excellent point.
Broncos at Ravens. Ravens by 1 million.
Yeah, same.
Ravens, man. Broncos stink. Oh, brother, this team stinks. They're awful. They are so bad.
This will be a game they win, though, to make everybody go, what the heck is wrong with Lamar and Greg Oden.
If the Ravens won last week, maybe, but I think they bounce back this week.
Now, are the Ravens as good as we think they are?
How good do you think they are? I played this game with Tony the other day. What'd you say on Facebook? Who are we talking about, Tony? Was it Matt Rule? Yeah. When Tony said, Matt Rule isn't as good as people think he is. And I said, well, how good do you think people think he is?
And you don't tell me what I think.
Don't tell me what I'm thinking about how I think.
It's really defensive about his individuality. He is.
Chandler, I hear what you're saying, though. Because we want to say when we do our is this team good, I want to put Baltimore there, but they are making it hard for me to do that.
I lost at the Jags last week. You only win by 10 points. You get that last field goal late in that game against us.
By the way, I think all their losses this year, don't they have 5 losses at this point? 4 or 5. Let me check real quick. I think in all their losses, they are not 7-4. All their losses, they've led by double digits.
At some point.
Yeah.
They are. It's just the thing is the Ravens seem to play to their competition a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. And, well, if that's the case, they're going to play poorly on Sunday.
Very poorly. All right, Browns at Texans. Why is this game intriguing at all? Deshaun Watson versus his old team.
Back.
Yeah. I will take Cleveland on the road.
Cleveland for me.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're all going to take Cleveland, but it's not because of Deshaun Watson. I will say that is. In fact, I took the less than under in prize picks with Deshaun Watson at 230 yards. I think they just hand the ball off and try not to make this overly about Deshaun.
Yeah, Chubb and Hunt.
Yeah. They want to come out there and say we were right and make him humiliate his old team or try to get that. That would be wild.
Seahawks at Rams. Who's the Rams? Is the Rams going back to
Stafford?
Is it Bryce Perkins?
They have a different quarterback each week, don't they?
They had Bryce Perkins last week in Kansas City.
Stafford is out.
Wow.
Yep. John Wofford will start.
Now, why did he not start last week? Injury?
Yeah.
I will take the Seahawks. I don't love the Seahawks down the stretch, though.
Yep, I'm with you, Tony. And just an absolute thriller against the Raiders last week. CJ's taking the Seahawks, Chandler?
I'm going to go Seahawks, too.
All right. This is the Clip Brock Bowl here for this year. Dolphins at 49ers. Love both of these teams going into the year. Love both of these teams now. Super Bowl preview, potentially. Dolphins at Niners. Give me my Niners at home over my Dolphins and Shirley's Dolphins. Our Dolphins.
Mike McDaniel revenge game.
I'm taking the Dolphins on the road, man.
Me too.
Ooh, all right. I like this.
And I don't feel great about it, but I just feel like the Dolphins want to prove something and at every level, and the 49ers are kind of just need to be in cruise control at this point. Like, they don't have to, they just can't be great, work terrible throughout the rest of the season. They'll be fine getting to the playoffs.
I don't like the Niners in a shootout. So if Hill and Waddle are running all over the place scoring, I don't know if the Niners can keep up. So I guess what I'm saying is I think they're going to hold that offense down, which is kind of terrifying to say. The way this Dolphins team has looked. Guess the line on that game, Tony. Dolphins at Niners. What do you got?
Niners +1.
So you think the Dolphins are road favorites?
No, excuse me, -1.
Niners by 4 is the line.
4, wow.
Yeah.
West Vegas know that we don't.
Right, yeah. All right, another great game. Chiefs at Bengals. Chandler.
Give me the Bengals at home.
I want to do that, but I'm not. I'm gonna say the Chiefs.
Oh, if Jamar Chase is gonna play.
Oh yeah, Shirley, hit that video I sent you real quick. So this is a girl who just had, what is it, a wisdom teeth deal, Tony? Is that what it was? Where
I think so.
She's like hopped up on the pain meds, and as a huge Bengals fan, and got really emotional on the way home after her dental procedure.
She's a genius, by the way. She really is just calling it straight at this point.
And it reminds me of Tony Dunn back in the Cam Newton days. So this is a Bengals fan. Very emotional.
Joe Burrow's jersey came in handy today. I didn't wear the pretty one because I didn't think I should. Oh, I wouldn't let you get that one messy. What's wrong, sis? I know he's got a girlfriend. And I'm happy for him. But I'm not happy for me in that situation. You love Joe Burrow, don't you? He's pretty, but dang it, he's talented. And let's be honest, I go for ambition, not look.
So, she goes on and on. But that's Tony talking about Cam. Like,
I go for ambition, not look.
The best
And she lying.
God, she went on and she said, I don't know, we're going to have to Chase. And she goes, we got the Titans this week, but next week we got I guess this was last week.
Yeah.
This was made, and now she's talking about having to play Patrick Mahomes, and he's so good. She knows what she's talking about. Give me the Chiefs.
All right.
Joe Mixon is still dealing with concussion. I don't know if I don't know what the status is with those guys, but the Bengals are not healthy. They're going to need to. Joe Burrow's going to have to win, and I tell you this and he can. The Bengals can win, but look, Patrick Mahomes right now is on fire, dude. He's playing the best football we've probably ever seen anybody ever play.
All right, Chandler, who you got?
I'm going to go.
Did you say Bengals already?
I was about to say I got Bengals at home.
He said Bengals at home.
All right, the Raiders are the new Titans for me. I still haven't fully figured out the Titans. I still miss their games. I used to miss them every week. Now I can't pick a Raiders game. And they host the Chargers. And I'm going to take the Raiders.
I'm going
to take the Chargers because the Raiders, don't let them fool you. They're still bad.
Go Chargers.
All right, CJ also taking the Chargers. Colts and Cowboys. I will take Dallas. This is not one of the good games this weekend.
It's a good dad game.
And that is Sunday night. So, Tony, you can make it about you from 1 o'clock to 7:15, and then in the night, it's all about the family. You taking the Cowboys, Chandler? Wait, you taking the Colts?
No.
Do it. You want to?
No, man. How funny would that be?
Your gut's telling you? Do it.
Yeah.
Colts.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Chandler's taking the Colts.
Oh, my God.
Saints and Bucks. Tony, you almost talked me into it last week.
What, with the Bucks?
But I stuck with the Browns.
God, but it was last second, too.
I know.
I'm going to take the Bucks.
I'll take the Bucks this week. Saints coming off scoring 0 points. That's never good. Chandler.
I'm going Bucks at home.
All right, we're all on the Bucks. All right, the picks are in. Tony, have a great weekend. Hope you get to feeling back 100%.
Yeah, thank you. I got one plug, though. Sunday, since we're on a bye, we are starting our first ever, and we make this every year on the bye. Instead of having a post-game show, we're doing a charity drive for one of the we're going to partner with a charity by a Panthers player each year and support them. We'll have trivia games. We'll be talking about football, looking around, watching the games, and doing a bunch of fun activities. This year we'll be supporting the Bradley and Nikki Bozeman Foundation. You can actually go to my Twitter account. It's pinned right now, cat_chronicles, and find the link. I've got it in any video that you find, either our podcast or YouTube in the description. And what it is a charity dedicated to kind of addressing food insecurity for kids at school and, don't have enough to eat and, kind of trying to struggling with studying and stuff and hungry. And they also got like an anti-bullying platform that they do as well alongside of that. So they set the goal when we reached out to them for $5,000. I was like, holy cow, man. I was like, we've never even made $5,000 on this podcast. How are we going to do that? But we're already up to $800 in donations. So, it's the giving season, tax deductible. Go give $5-10 and, help us kick off the first of a tradition that we hope to do for a long time on the C3 Panthers podcast.
All right, cool. You can follow Tony and the C3 podcast online. Is that still cat_chronicles?
On Twitter, yes. And then just, Google or YouTube C3 Panthers podcast come up, or just put in Panthers podcast and Google. We're the number one, baby.
Number one. All right. Thanks, Tony.
All right. Thank you.
Tony Dunn. We'll take a timeout, come back, wrap up hour number 2 of Pirate Radio Live here on a Friday. Back with you after this.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Hey Pirate fans, this is head coach Mike Houston. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been taking care of our athletes here at East Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or if it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the folks who have been taking care of me and many of our fans in Pirate Nation, or visit them online at orthopedicseast.com. Go Pirates!
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
All anniversaries are special, but because it's Bostic Sugg Furniture's 85th anniversary extravaganza, we packed a lot into our big extravaganza with not one, not two, but 3 ways to save. Extra 10% off, plus 1937 local delivery, plus 6 months special financing on all in-stock and custom orders. Change your mattress, change your life, and get 48 months special financing during the big 85th anniversary extravaganza. On now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
The Angus Grill is your premier spot for the best burgers, cheesesteaks, and brisket sandwiches around. Join us for our unmatched variety of burger combinations, from the mushroom bacon Swiss burger to the jalapeno popper burger to the original Angus classic. Pair that burger with our amazing onion rings, tots, fries, or sweet potato fries. Angus Grill, with 4 amazing locations in Eastern North Carolina, including Winterville near Pitt Community College, on Jarvis Street in Uptown Greenville, and on Statensburg Road near the hospital. It's the best burger around, guaranteed.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
This is Touchdown Tony Collins, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. ECU football alum Dakota Marshall is the owner of First and Goal Hauling, and he has a complete fleet of dump trucks, and he hauls everything: dirt, asphalt, stone, and with First and Goal Hauling, it's a touchdown every time. Follow First and Goal Hauling on Facebook today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Conan, who appears to be a Cowboys fan, which would explain why he wants to fight somebody. Because Cowboys fans have rocks for brains.
They're just always angry.
Always angry. Always yelling, hooting, hollering.
I think Brian Bailey I think he's a pretty smart guy.
He's not dumb like some Cowboys fans.
I'm not dumb like some Cowboy fans are.
So
I'm not dumb like some Cowboy fans.
Thank you. I agree. Brian has brains. Conan says Jimmy Smith's, not the former Jaguars receiver, I'm assuming. Jimmy Smith's Jingle Bells is the best Christmas song ever. Fight me on this.
Fight me. Fight me.
Find me. Fight me.
Put 'em up. Put 'em up.
My favorite Christmas song ever is Josh Groban's version of "Oh Holy Night." Cannot beat it.
There's one that's not considered a holiday song, but you do hear it during this time of year, and that is
Cheese Up, Hose Down?
No.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yes, but I'm talking. Yeah,
my favorite tradition is Troy trying to say hallelujah.
Yes, that is my favorite holiday tradition as well.
How do you say it?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Give him praise. Give him some praise.
My favorite version is by Pentatonics, and if you've never heard of it, it is phenomenal.
My daughter likes them and that song a lot.
Yeah. Now, if you go with kind of like a pop type Christmas song, I'm hands down, and I know, a lot of people have their own tastes, but "Hey Santa" by Wilson Phillips is my favorite Christmas song. You've never heard that song?
I like Wilson Phillips. I don't know if I know that song.
You will have to YouTube it during the break.
Is Chandler singing it right now?
He is trying to sing it.
Hey, Santa.
Okay.
Chandler, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Probably "Santa Claus is Coming to Town" by the Jackson 5.
Oh, that is a great one.
That's a good one.
My daughter likes that one, too.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, yeah.
I like, what is it? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Now,
John he says, I need clips singing Christmas classics the last day of the year going into commercials. Might have to bring that back. We still have those saved.
Two of my favorite New Kids Christmas songs.
Hold on. Well, I know they did. Do they have a whole album?
Yes, Funky
Okay.
Funky Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Well, is that one of the songs? That you were going to say?
It's off the album, but it's
not one of your two?
Not Funky Funky Christmas is not one of my.
I remember Joey McIntyre doing "I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus."
Yeah.
Is that true?
Oh gosh.
I think
last
that was on
night
there.
I saw Santa Claus. I think it's like a rock version of, but it's not that one.
So what are the two you like?
And then there's another one that's off of their most recent Christmas album, which is called
Old Guys Enjoying Christmas?
No, but the name of the song is Unwrap You.
We're too old for this?
No.
Why do these women keep touching us at concerts? No.
The album's called I Took a Selfie with Shirley. That's what that's called.
The album's called I Am Taking Shirley to Court for Harassment.
I accosted.
By Donnie Wahlberg.
No. The album's called I Got Accosted by Shirley Rhodes. At least 3/5 of the band got accosted by Shirley Rhodes.
I wonder if the other two guys feel left out now, Shirley, that they have not been able to be touched by you.
I don't know about Danny, but I know Jordan. Jordan has a tendency to be a germaphobe, so
Jordan
I
Knight.
can see him just not wanting to touch anybody. And Danny, I don't know if he's a germaphobe too, but they are the only two I have not accosted.
Tyler says 12 Days of Christmas by Straight No Chaser is his favorite.
Straight No Chase. Okay. All right, that's fair.
Carter wants us to hashtag stick to sports. He didn't say that. He's just asking sports questions.
Oh.
What's your bowl projection?
Ooh! I got a good question.
Hold on, let me get to Carter's
Okay,
real
go
quick. Let's go Gasparilla, ECU, Missouri. Let's go with that. That's my
I'm locked in on
projection. He says also basketball score prediction.
I say.
Do you really want to know?
I think Pirates by 6.
Campbell by 3.
I hope I'm wrong. I'm seeing orange right now.
You're seeing Chris Haymeyer?
I'm seeing like
You're seeing Haymeyer's head floating around.
74-69 Campbell.
Okay.
Hope I'm wrong.
That
Hope I'm wrong.
sounds
The
fair.
score of the other night.
Conan likes Merry Christmas from the Family.
Oh,
Robert
yeah.
He said that's a
the old
close
country
second.
one. I like
what
the
was
Dixie
your-
Chicks version.
What was your question you were going to ask?
What is your favorite Christmas parody song?
Oh, mine's probably like
Oh, like
Two Front Teeth or something.
No.
Adam Sandler. Like, what's an example?
An example would be, have you ever heard the 12 Pains of Christmas?
Yeah, they always played on the radio.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, parody songs.
I remember riding around. Mom, are you listening?
There's one parody song called it goes to the theme of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, but oh God, the restroom said something women. I forget how the actual title, but it goes. But that's a good one.
All right, so when I was
the Jingle
a kid,
Dogs.
I was
Dogs
a kid,
barking
we
the
used to
jingle
ride
bells.
around. I want to say, is it Tammy Faye Baker?
Tammy Faye Baker was Jimmy Baker's wife.
I want to say.
What was the name of that?
She was doing she had some kind of Christmas album for kids or something. And we used to always listen to that. Also, like Chipmunks Christmas. I remember listening to that
Chipmunks
a lot.
Christmas is a great one.
Christmas.
Christmas to Remember.
What's that?
Kenny and Dolly. Got to do that one. That's a staple.
What are your favorites? Let us know. Hannah likes the 12 Redneck Days of Christmas.
Yep.
Good one, Hannah. Mom is listening. Hey, Mom, what is that? What am I? She's on Facebook. What am I thinking of? Remember we used to listen to it in the car? Was it Tammy Faye Baker? I
We
don't
used
know.
to listen, All I Want for Christmas is My Two Front Teeth.
All I want for Christmas.
Shirley.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Hippopotamus will do.
Oh, yeah. My mama, my mother's mother, my grandmother got that for me. Anyway, so that was, I had a memory about that. Robert says Danny is the redheaded stepchild in New Kids on the Block. I would say he was the least popular.
He was the least popular because he just really wasn't that attractive. But then he started lifting weights, and then the girls were like, "Ooh, muscles!" And but no, I mean, if you're going by looks and not ambition, like Bengals fan back here with the anesthesia.
I like ambition and
not looks. She is lying. She's lying. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. From a female perspective, she is lying.
I don't know. Joe Burrow does kind of have an eye. He's got like sunken eyes or something. He looks a little strange.
Well,
Redbeard says Eric Cartman singing "Oh Holy Night."
yes, that is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. I have to listen to that at least once during the holiday season.
If we're talking about that, we might as well say "Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh" is a great Christmas song. Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh.
I'll have to go back and listen to that because I don't think I've ever heard that one.
All right. Let's take a break. When we return, we will talk to Morgan Ehlers, who I'm assuming we'll see tonight in Menchie's Coliseum on the PA mic.
Here come the Pirates!
Shooting two. Pirates, Camels go at it. We'll talk hoops and football. Does Morgan know what bowl the Pirates will be in? We'll ask him after this.
Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood, our special guest today. Jeff, the holiday travel season is here. Folks are going to be traveling. How can you help them out in the service department?
With the winter months coming, customers are putting on new tires, getting alignments, making sure we check their brakes. We also have an increase in parts inventory, so that's speeding up the process for the customer. And don't forget, we have free pickup and drop-off. To make an appointment, you can visit our website at brownandwood.net or give us a call at 252-355-6080. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night along with football. Monday is open mic night the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Oh, that's my piece of the shakaroni. That's the biggest one we make.
They've donated $1 from every shakaroni to the Papa John's Foundation.
Dang, that's huge. If the hoop was as big as that pizza, maybe you'd have made some of your free throws. Somebody save me a slice. Where'd he come from?
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Have you experienced increased aches and pains recently? Have you heard of CBD? Hemp Garden is your premier CBD retailer in Eastern North Carolina. Do you find yourself having anxiety or in need of extra sleep support? Hemp Garden has a variety of Delta 8 and hemp-derived Delta 9 products that can assist with those issues. If you're unable to stop by the store, don't worry. Give them a call today at 413-6100 for a consultation and they'll ship right to your door. Hemp Garden, 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a family-run dealership that creates a family-like atmosphere for their customers. They have one of the biggest used car inventories in Eastern Carolina, and You can shop online today at EastCarolinaChryslerDodge.com. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive in Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Shirley, are you following the Good Morning America drama at all? You know what I'm talking about?
The two hosts of Good Morning America, TJ and I think her name is Amy. I'm not real sure, but
yes,
yeah, they've been dating each other secretly for months, and they had planned to actually like make their relationship public, but
and they're both married though, by the way, right?
That's
what I'm reading.
Well, no, Amy is divorcing from Andrew Shue, and her divorce will be finalized in like the next week or two.
Okay.
And they were planning to go public then, but a publication, I can't remember what publication it was, basically outed their relationship. So they kind of been they had to kind of come right out and say, yeah, we're dating.
Yep. Okay. I just bring that up to say before rumors get started, Chandler and Shirley are not having an affair. They are just coworkers.
And the funny thing is that they actually
we're waiting for Shirley's divorce papers to go.
There were several years ago, they actually had to go to their bosses and say, look, we're not dating each other. We're just really, really good friends.
Oh, them too?
Yeah. And so reportedly that they've been kind of thick as thieves for a while, but now whether or not they were dating that entire time, that's kind of up in the air. But
I wouldn't call what we're doing dating, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well. Yeah,
a little there
can be a lot of that going on.
Let's get to
that's not happening here, but
okay. All right. As we go to the Pitt Electric Live line, shout out to Ryan from Wings Over Greenville
in the house.
In the house, baby.
Really pepped us up here on a Friday with some awesome. I haven't even looked what we got yet. I'm going to assume there are some tenders.
Oh, he texted me, he said request. I said, you know what we like.
Oh, you knew this?
Yeah.
Oh, you can keep a secret.
Oh, yeah.
Well done. So this is a surprise to me.
I told you. I just forgot to tell you.
Garlic parm tots. Whoa, buddy.
Oh, man. Hey, by the way, starting on Monday at 3 o'clock, the treasure chest is back. And in the treasure chest, there's going to be a $100 gift card to Wings Over Greenville. It could be yours.
You could do a lot of damage with that. So, check them out tonight. Great. They will deliver, so you won't even have to leave on a cool night and watch your championship football and hoops. And Morgan Ehlers will join us now to talk some Pirate hoops as he joins us on the Pitt Electric Live line. Hello, Morgan.
Hey, Clip. How are you?
Good. If you could have an affair with one Pirate Radio employee, who would you pick?
You. Now, I'm just sitting here listening to this and didn't have a clue what you were talking about, but, heard the story. And then you say Chandler and Shirley, and then all of a sudden you say, no, they're not, and then you say, Chandler, you can't keep a secret.
So, very good point. If they were involved, he wouldn't say anything. Very good point there, Morgan. You're an astute listener.
And Shirley's about ready to hit the disconnect button with me on the
yeah. Morgan, you going to be there about an hour and a half from now?
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it. ECU and Campbell, 7 o'clock. Williams are in Benji's Coliseum. Yep, I'll be there.
And the Pirates looking to bounce back. Lost to South Carolina State the other night. Mike Schwartz not happy after that one, but knows his team is going to take some lumps this year. You just hope they can bounce back. Campbell's a pretty good team, Morgan. Pirates are around a 4-point favorite tonight. Campbell's not, knocked off App State, played tight with NC State, have shown that they are certainly a worthy opponent. Should be a good game tonight.
Yeah, it should. Campbell traditionally has a pretty solid basketball program, and East Carolina. It's funny because you've played some teams that the Pirates have gotten behind and they've been able to come back, and some teams have started out shooting really, really hot against East Carolina, and the Pirates made a run against South Carolina State the other night. They were down and came back, cut it to 3 or 4 points, and then South Carolina State, they hit 3 or 4 in a row, and I think what hurts East Carolina sometimes is that they maybe are relying too much on that long-range jumper. And if it hits, it's great, but I don't know if they've got quite the shooters right now that they want all in rotation. And hopefully tonight they'll be able to keep it close and use their athleticism, because East Carolina is a very athletic team when you're looking at it. And Coach Schwartz has really made his name on defense, and the Pirates going to have to get after it and really deny that mid-range jump shot, because I think that's been sort of the Achilles heel for the Pirates defensively, is giving up that little 12, 15-foot jumper. And when teams can hit that, it can make for a long night. Hopefully the Pirates can defend that well tonight.
Saw some athleticism on Tuesday night, Morgan, from Ezra Asar. How do you say his last name? Asar. I just call him Ezra. One man, one name, and a lot of game. And he looked good the other night in the paint for the Pirates. I think probably earning himself some more playing time along the way. And one of these freshmen that we're excited about.
Yeah, he was out there the first time I saw him play. I was like, okay, he's got some athleticism. And the other night, I think he got in there and he made a really couple of nice post moves inside where he was very quick, on a little spin around floaters and little jump shots, and little hook shots that he had in there, and really showed a lot of athleticism, a lot of fast twitch stuff on the inside. And if he can keep doing that and developing some confidence, that gives a big body that really they don't have. I mean, Luigi's 7 foot when he's in there and healthy, and but he doesn't have those quick, moves around the basket. And Ezra, did that the other night. That was very impressive.
Morgan Ehlers will be on the PA mic tonight. East Carolina taking on Campbell, 7 o'clock, Minges Coliseum. We are awaiting to find out, Morgan, where the Pirates will be bowling, and we know it won't be the Fenway Bowl. That will be Louisville and Cincinnati going at it in Fenway Park. So you can X that one off, and now it looks like we're trending more south, starting to see more and more Gasparilla as a potential down in Tampa on the 23rd. What are you, Morgan Ehlers, hearing? Or just tell us where we're going. How about
that? I think that the Birmingham Bowl, if Tulane happens to lose Saturday, I think the Birmingham Bowl will really try to make a push for Tulane just because of logistics and trying to get a big crowd for that game.
What if Tulane wins?
I think that we'll end up in the Birmingham Bowl. And
okay.
Gasparilla Bowl will probably take UCF. That's just my gut feeling.
That would make sense due to location.
I know nothing, so.
Right, no, but you're that's what we're doing. We're kind of putting this puzzle together. So, yeah, implications from that game, will have an impact on where the Pirates go bowling. So, interesting take there. So, do you think, well, again, we don't know anything, Morgan, but do you think we're down to maybe those two? Can we narrow it down that far?
I think that and an outside chance. I still think the Military Bowl might come into play a little bit.
Okay.
But again, I don't, I'm just reading everything like you're reading and seeing the different people who make predictions about where things go. And, I know the East Carolinas, would rather go somewhere else other than the Military Bowl. But, if you're a fan, 5 hours driving versus a 10-hour drive or a 12-hour drive or flight, makes a lot of difference too. So we'll have to wait and see till Sunday.
Hard to believe, Morgan. First time in the Pirates will play a bowl game since 2014. I mean, we're going on 8 years now, and great that these guys will be able to experience that. Still bummed out about what happened last year, so they're going to finally get a crack at a bowl game. And man, it'll just be it's fun to talk about leading up to it. Where are we going? It'll be fun to preview the opponent and fun to actually see that purple and gold back on the field in December for the first time in so long.
Yeah, these guys, they've worked really hard, and happy for the players, happy for the coaches and the fans. And, last year there was so much hype going into the Military Bowl, and you and I talked about it on the show that, with Boston College last year, there was a lot of rumors that a lot of their guys weren't going to be playing in the game. They were going to declare for the draft or transfer out. I think 5 linemen out of the top 8 that they had were not going to be playing in the bowl. And lo and behold, everybody gets COVID the day before we're supposed to play. And, whatever. But this year, it's just going to be exciting to get those guys out on the field. And it's really, it pays big dividends, too, for next season because there are going to be a lot of new faces for East Carolina. And you get a few extra practices in there, 2 or 3 weeks of practices going in to the bowl game, and a lot of that is in preparation for next year. So it's going to be a good time for the Pirates, and hopefully the Pirate fans will be able to make the trip wherever it is and support the team, because these guys, they worked hard to get there and get this program righted after, as you mentioned, 2014. It's been a long time. A lot of coaches and a lot of players have come through here, and they've really tried to get there, and these guys have done it 2 years in a row. And first time we're going to be playing, so I'm excited about that.
Morgan, we didn't get a chance to talk to Holton this week. Hopefully we'll have the Players Lounge back on Monday or one day next week when they return to practice, get ready for a bowl game. What were you thinking during the final pass he threw as a Pirate in a regular season game, the no, yes to Jalen Johnson?
Well, it's funny watching it. We were there for the game, and when he's scrambling, I remember saying, Jalen's wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen's open. And, if East Carolina put a little video out yesterday with 3 different camera angles of that play, and he pretty much sees him open the whole time, and pretty damn good throw.
Dropped it in the Bermuda Triangle of Temple defenders right in the bucket, and Johnson's able to run it in.
Not bad for somebody with a broken index finger on his throwing hand. So
the walking wounded. Look, this break, you mentioned it, we're going to see a lot of young guys get practice time and start to prepare for next year. But for the vets like Holton Ahlers, the beat-up guys, that's a nice little layoff to hopefully to get back, probably not 100%, Morgan, at this time, but, 75, 80%?
Probably, yeah. I think they'll be ready to go for the bowl game. If you can play as beat up as some of these guys have been the last 3 or 4 weeks, and then you give them 3 or 4 weeks to heal, I think they're going to be rather excited to get back on the field one final time.
Morgan Ahlers joining us. Morgan, what do you think of the coaching moves we've seen so far? Fickell to Wisconsin, is that a winner? Matt Rule to Nebraska. Any thoughts on the Trent Dilfer to UAB? That was outside the box. What do you think about those?
Luke Fickell to Wisconsin, kind of a surprise, but at the same time, his ideal job would be Ohio State.
Yeah.
But his former roommate is the head coach of Ohio State, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon. I think that the Wisconsin job traditionally has been a winning job. They've got all the facilities there. They've got a great recruiting area, and he's proven that he can recruit with the best of them. And whether you like him or you don't like him, whether you say he plays dirty or he doesn't play dirty, his teams play hard-nosed football. And, I think that style of football will do well at Wisconsin. And hey, if he does great, congratulations. If he doesn't, he's going to leave there in 3 or 4 years with a big fat paycheck. So, as far as Tom Herman at FAU, that's a great hire for them.
Yeah.
Trent Dilfer, that's kind of interesting. I think the big hire and I think that the USF is going to try to make a splash with their hire. I think that
the splash is prime time.
That's after they got their championship game this weekend. It wouldn't shock me to see him leave and be called USF's head coach in the next week or so.
And man, we could see some real players on the field next time ECU takes on South Florida, because I think he could bring in some dudes pretty quick. So
I think you can, and I think all of a sudden you would see South Florida as one of the teams that could make a jump real quick.
Yeah,
and also be primed for a move to another conference in the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, perhaps. Morgan, good stuff, man. We'll let you rest the pipes and get ready for a night in Minges Coliseum. Friday night hoops. I like it. We don't get these a lot, so that'll be fun. We'll see you out there tonight, man.
Sounds good, and appreciate you guys having me on as always.
Yes, sir. Enjoyed it. There is Morgan Ahlers. He'll be on the PA stick tonight, ECU and Campbell. All right, Shirley, usually I ask you what we're giving away today. It's kind of a mystery to us. Jonathan just called it a mystery prize pack, but we got a lot of goodies. It's a great giveaway. Alcohol involved, so 21 or older. So let's open up the booty bag right now.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
What caller you want to do, Shirley?
12.
Caller 12 as Shirley Rhodes enjoys her wings over Greenville. I'm about to go during the break and make me a plate. You can call in right now and be a big winner, our last winner, before the treasure chest opens up on Monday. We'll run down those list of prizes when we return and hear from Mike Schwartz right after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them The Voice sent you.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Do you have an old injury or some pain that's been holding you back all year? It's time for you to get better. With Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we can help you get your life back. Whether you need to get back to a sport, back in the gym, or just back to enjoying life, our team of specialists use a one-on-one, hands-on approach in our state-of-the-art facility to get you back moving again. Don't settle for where you are. Don't stay in pain. Visit kptonline.com today to see how Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness can help you live well, move more, and hurt less.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Great. It's 30 degrees in here. This is going to be a cold night.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime. Mom!
Hi, I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Ah!
Call Delcor today to get a new system installed for less than $100 a month. Offer expires soon. Go to DelcorInc.com. Monthly fee based on new system financing is 9.9% APR for 120 months. Call Delcor for details.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Rajay Harris, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. It is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bell's Fork and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. And congratulations to Tyler Macemore of Winston-Salem was our big winner. And our mystery prize pack for a Friday. Clip.
Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, Rick Smith used to say. Mm-hmm. And today's prize pack is a mystery, but Tyler's going to be very excited when he receives his gifts. And you will be excited starting on Monday when we open up the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest. We'll let you know what all is in the treasure chest in a moment. But right now, let's get ready for Pirate Hoops coming up tonight, 7 o'clock, Minges Coliseum, ECU and Campbell. Mike Schwartz met with the media ahead of tonight's game yesterday, and here's that Q&A.
We've talked about this before, that a lot of the things that we go through this year is the first time. You know, it'll be the last time that it's the first time. And, you know, we're going through the first time right now, a 2-game losing streak. We've lost 2 in a row. We lost our first game at home, and, you know, we came back yesterday and really tried to scrub out that game versus South Carolina State, and we'll get at it today in practice.
Coach, how's the team responded after, you know, a tough loss, obviously, the other night? And what's been the attitude? What have you said to them? How do you think they'll respond?
You know, I think we'll respond well. I hope we will. They were great yesterday in film. I mean, we were very honest. I think we're a very transparent program in terms of we go in there. I told the guys, we're not coming in here just to make everything better and feel good. I said, I can't do that. I said, we got to be honest. We got to look at the film. We got to look at each individual and what we did as a team also and say where we have to be better and then face that and get better. And we started that yesterday, and we'll do that more today in practice. As far as how we'll respond, I feel like we've responded well before. You know, early in the season, whether it was not playing so well in the first half, responding in the second half. You know, we lose to Indiana State. We don't make free throws in that game, and we lose a game to a really good ball club, and we come back and we win 2, you know, back-to-back last week. And now, again, we're going through this for the first time. We've lost 2 games in a row, including a home game, and, you know, now that's the challenge.
I know you don't want to give away too much of the game plan, but it seems like the games y'all have had the most success is when y'all picked up full court or 3-quarter court. Do you see kind of transitioning back to that more?
You know what, it's not that we tried to go away from it, but here's what happens sometimes when you play teams that really play four ball handlers, and anybody can take the ball out. And obviously if we're not scoring or we're turning the ball over or we're not getting to the free throw line the way that we had been one of the top teams in the nation getting to the free throw line going up into the South Carolina State game. I think in the South Carolina State game, I don't think we shot a free throw in the second half. And I think we shot very few for the game. So the point being is, if we don't have an opportunity to get into our full court pressure, and again, I've said this before, it's not a press, it's just full court man-to-man defense. If we can't get into it, yeah, it poses some issues for us. And when you play teams like Hampton, South Carolina State did, Indiana State did, teams like that, sometimes they have anybody take the ball out, and they're just moving it quickly. And when you play a team like that, it is much harder to get set up in a full court defense, even on a made basket. So the plan is never not to be in a full court defense. It's just a matter of can we execute it or not.
Anything special about playing Friday night? Kind of unique. I don't remember a lot of ECU basketball games on Friday night here in Greenville.
Well, it's definitely my first Friday night game in Greenville. I don't know. You know, I've been a part of Friday night basketball before, different times of year, particularly in the preseason, and you know, in terms of non-conference games. So, you know, I'm excited about it. It's exciting that we get a chance to get back on the court. I've said this before, Troy. You and I have talked. Love to have another day of practice. I think you always want this time of year, especially coming off of that long road trip to Florida, where I felt like the lack of repetition, lack of practice for a younger team going into Old Dominion and then having really one day of prep for South Carolina State. You know, coaches would rather have another day of practice always, but the schedule is what it is, and excited about Friday night and being at home.
Not unusual for coaches to lose their voice a little early in the season. Perhaps you doing anything to try and heal up with that?
A big bottle of honey upstairs. I'm just guzzling on you.
How does final exam week affect the players in their preparation?
That's a great point. Sometimes we lose sight as we just look at that 2-hour block of that game, and that's obviously what we're all evaluated on in terms of the wins and losses and the results there. But the guys got a lot going, whether it be practice, whether it be taking care of their bodies, whether it be academics, most importantly, and getting ready for finals. So, this stretch of 4 games in 6 days through the Old Dominion game, then a couple days play South Carolina State, couple days play Campbell, and then we go back on the road right prior to finals for next week. Yeah, it's definitely a challenging stretch. As far as their preparation, it doesn't change what we do, but I think as coaches and as educators, we have to be cognizant of what they're going through on and off the court.
What have you seen from Campbell so far? I know they're 4-3. They've played some smaller teams, but they've also played some bigger teams as well. Yeah, no, they've had some really great wins. I mean, they've had some great wins. They a huge win the other night versus Stetson, who's a really good basketball team. They played NC State really to a possession game on the road, and very realistically could have won that game, and probably in their minds they would say they should have won that game. So point being, this is a really good ball club. Coach McKeegan has done an incredible job with their program. They're shooting 38% from 3. Coach Clemens is a dynamic guard. They have 2 very skilled post players. They run a very unique offensive system that I know is very well known, but they are extremely efficient scoring. In the half court, they will push the ball in transition much more than people think. So this is a really, really good ball club that's won games and lost some close games, and we'll be really tested tomorrow night.
All right, there he is, Mike Schwartz, ECU, Campbell tonight, 7 o'clock, Minges Coliseum, 2:13. We'll be rocking and rolling. Hopefully a good crowd to see some Pirate Hoops tonight. Let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. Mark Greenhell's Golf Shop Radio Show will join us. Greeny is a Clemson grad and a Yankee from up north that roots for the Patriots. So this football teams are struggling right now. We'll talk about that and what's going on in the golf world when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo! That means those pregame barbecues with an ice-cold Pepsi? Totally back. Your perfectly placed football watching corner seat back and comfy as ever. 18 Sundays of touchdown scoring, Hail Mary throwing, ice-cold Pepsi flowing football action. You better believe it's back. And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. And when we say always, we mean always. Like when your lawn is looking less like a lawn and more like a jungle. If the game's on, then the lawnmower ain't. And those gutters you haven't cleaned, today is not their day. Or maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store, serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Thank you, Shirley. Chandler Honeycutt here on a Friday. We will quickly head out to the Pit Electric Live line and talk to Mark Greenhelge, host Golf Shop Radio Show, coming your way Saturday, 8 to 10 a.m. right here on Pirate Radio. And we will talk to Greeny now. Greeny, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Cliff. How you doing?
Hey, doing good. And Greeny, I'm not gonna pity you here or feel sorry for you. Being a fan of the New England Patriots and a Clemson Tigers alum has given you a lot to cheer about in football for the last, 2 decades in the Patriots case, and certainly the last decade for Clemson. But I will say, for the first time in a while, Greeny, your football team's not doing so well, huh?
Yeah, they're both struggling offensively. It seems like defensively they're both fine. I mean, Buffalo does seem to give the Patriots a little bit of trouble, but I thought the defense played a lot better than they had been playing against them in the last couple of events. Just offensively, New England can't seem to get it going. The passing game's not there. I'm not quite sure about the play calling. And on the flip side of that, on Clemson, like we always say, we don't know which DJ is going to show up, and when the one that shows up that isn't great, we struggle. It's encouraging the fact that with all the mistakes that Clemson made, we're getting the ball back. Minutes left, down by 1 to South Carolina. We fumbled the ball away on the punt return. So a couple of bad mistakes, but it just proves that if we don't make mistakes, we win most of the ball games that we're in.
Greeny, I've talked, rivalries with a lot of people, and I think about Brian Blick from the Greenville area, played at Navy. now the director of football ops at Navy, and they really can, go 0-11, and if they beat Army, it makes their year. I mean, that game is that important to them. How about like Clemson, South Carolina? You still got a chance to win an ACC championship. You've obviously won a national championship within recent years, but losing that one on rivalry weekend, like how big is that for Clemson folks? I guess it's bigger right now at this particular time for South Carolina people, I would imagine. I mean, that's huge for them.
Yeah, and I'm a proponent of rivalries. I like both teams to be good. So when one is not good, how many times did Ohio State beat down Michigan?
Yeah.
Michigan's kind of flipped the script on them a little bit. I mean, South Carolina had won 4 in a row, then Clemson had won 6 in a row, and now South Carolina finally won one. Yeah, I like to see competition in those games because I think they're boring otherwise because you get that game no matter what every year. So I want to see a good one. I want to see a big matchup. I like it when we blow them out, but I'd rather blow them out as them being a good team as opposed to being a bad team. So I like to get rivalries going, but I also think that, now that we're expanding the college football playoff to 12, it's less maybe in these rivalry weekends, and do we look at maybe putting these rivalries earlier in the season so that if one of them does lose, they have the chance to kind of work their way back and make sure that they get in the football playoffs. So we'll see how these conferences decide to schedule going forward.
Greeny, Clemson has been in the Final Four many times. The expansion to 12 will happen a couple of seasons from now. What do you think about that from your perspective, first as a Tigers fan, but as a college football fan as a whole? What do you think about the move to 12?
I'm not really sold on it because when you look at it, I mean, in all honesty, I think TCU might be the best team right now. I mean, they've got the best balance between offense and defense. I think Georgia's got the best defense. Michigan's probably got the best running game. So it's going to be interesting, and Southern Cal's kind of the wild card in this whole thing if they win tonight. But, unless the landscape in college football changes a little bit, we always seem to be very top-heavy in those teams. So is it just the fact that we've got some extra games and it could be fun to watch, some top 12 teams play each other a little more often at the end of the season? I think that's the only benefit we really get out of it. The only drawback could be the fact that, let's just say number 1 Georgia in their second-round game gets a serious injury or something along those lines and, loses a quarterback. And that's, the big part of their offense. And the next thing you know, what everybody would consider the best team in the country loses a quarterback and they lose that game and they don't even make it to the Final Four. So I don't know. It's got to get weird for me at that point.
Greeny, are you going to go to the championship game there in Charlotte on Saturday?
I don't think I could put up with another game watching DJ after the Miami game. I was at the Miami game a few weeks ago where the Clemson won, but
yeah.
We honestly should have won that game about 70-3. Just watching him not throw the football sometimes gets a little worrisome to me. And then for some reason we have fumbleitis too. We keep dropping the ball in all situations, so it's just kind of hard to watch right now.
It is an interesting matchup, Carolina's offense and Clemson's defense, and the Tigers who struggle offensively. If anybody if you can face any team to move the ball against, it's North Carolina. So maybe the Tigers will put up some points on Saturday. Mark Greenhalgh's Golf Shop Radio Show joining us. Greeny, what are you keeping an eye on right now in the golf world?
Well, we thought we were going to get Tiger Woods this week, but a little plantar fasciitis kind of derailed his Hero Challenge return. So we have a great field of 20 guys. So when you talk about a field, there are, of the 20 guys, the highest ranked player in the field is number 31. So you have basically a bunch of top 30 players in the world all playing, and that's kind of what you're going to start seeing a little bit more on the PGA Tour next year with some of these elite events that they're going to have. So this is kind of a precursor to that. We got Scotty Scheffler, who we saw come out of the gate really good last year and win a bunch of stuff finally, and then kind of plateaued and maybe went downhill, but now he's back at the top of the leaderboard having a really good day, so we're watching that as we go on. And, of course, this is kind of the last event where points are going to go. So somebody like Harold Varner III, he's currently 45th in the world clip, so if the major championships keep things status quo in terms of the top 50 getting into the major championships, Harold should get in all 4 of them, but we'll see if the criteria changes going forward.
That's interesting. Was having that discussion with a guy who follows golf, Mully, who joins us on the show, and about how these points work. And I guess, Greeny, so if guys are on the LIV Tour, they can play in other tours where you can get points, tours across the seas. Is that right?
Well, yeah. So if you remember that the LIV tried a couple different things to get points. They tried to coordinate with this MENA tour, right? Well, when you look at the MENA tour this week, their strength of field or their field rating is 2.39, whereas the Hero World Challenge is 129. So this is going to be the problem for LIV going forward. Even if they do start getting points, if it's next year or the year after, is that, the guys playing in the Hero, the winner's going to get around 30 points. Guys might get maybe 10 or 11 points. So if everybody else is getting 3 times the amount of points that you're getting, you're going to have to win just to kind of maybe maintain your spot, like I've talked about before. And if you're not winning, if you're Ian Poulter or Lee Westwood, who's finished, 25th or 30th, or Phil Mickelson for that matter, you're just going to continue to fall in those standings. So those guys are going to have to, make hay. Like, they're going to have to win like Cam Smith did last week in Australia to try and maintain.
Mark Greenhalgh, Golf Shop Radio Show, joining us on the Pit Electric Live Line. He and his crew will be hosting the Golf Shop Radio Show Saturday, 8 to 10 a.m. on Pirate Radio. Greeny, what you got planned for this Saturday show?
Well, we got Bill Bender, and then we're going to talk to Don Munson, who is the voice of the Clemson Tigers, so we'll get his feel for that. We're going to take a little trip down to Sea Island, Georgia, see what they have going on down there, check in on the Sea Island Mafia, all the PGA Tour players that play out of Sea Island, Georgia. And we're going to talk a little golf gambling with Keith Stewart, because golf gambling's kind of, last year, I think, kind of moved to the forefront a little bit with all the different things and all the different opportunities.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit more about that on Saturday.
Good stuff. Mark Greenhalgh, Golf Shop Radio Show, joining us. Check him out Saturday morning, 8 to 10 a.m. here on Pirate Radio. Greeny, have a great show Saturday, a good weekend, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right, thanks, Clip. You too.
There he is, Mark Greenhalgh, joining us. Golf Shop Radio Show coming your way on Saturday. I'm finishing up my Wings Over Greenville. They deliver. Man, give them a call. That was fantastic. And we're finishing up the show when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Friday. Back with you after this.
Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood, our special guest today. Jeff, how can you help people buy a new vehicle before the end of the year?
Well, Jonathan, we're seeing an increase in inventory arriving at the dealership. Cadillac, we have XT5, Buick, Encore and Envision, Mazda, the all-new CX-50 is here, and GMC, we have some light-duty 1500 trucks arrive.
Jeff, what about incentives and your location?
Incentives, we have as low as 3.9 APR, location 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Celebrate the holidays with America's favorite light beer, Bud Light. When planning your holiday festivities, be sure to pick up some Bud Lights at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's holiday fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this December and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Happy holidays from Bud Light and Carolina Eagle. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
All right, Pirate Nation, Russell's is ready for the holidays. Our huge in-stock inventory makes shopping easy. New additions include barber for men and women, plus owner reserve for the men. Enjoy your holidays and don't worry about lost packages and back orders. We've been making Christmas wishes come true for 39 years in the same location. Not only is our signature gift wrap beautiful, it's free. It's always about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Go Pirates!
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org / for licensing information. Please visit guildmortgage.com / licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
This is Carson Wissenhunt, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest of breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the over 60,000 followers today. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right, folks, get excited. The treasure chest opens up on Monday. Let's run down the prizes before we get out of here. You could win a $150 gift card from Bostic Sugg.
12 pizzas from Papa John's.
1 free year VIP subscription to Hoist the Colors.
$100 gift card from Familia.
$100 gift card and gift basket from Beauty Bar Medi Spa.
$100 gift card from Chico's.
$100 gift card from Wings Over Greenville.
$100 gift card from Tiebreakers.
$100 straight cash, homie, and a t-shirt from Sparky's Snowballs.
Bud Light Fire Pit, Cooler, and Tailgate Chair from Carolina Eagle Distributing.
Natural Light Can Jam Set, Cooler, and Tailgate Chair from Carolina Eagle Distributing.
Bud Light Carolina Panthers Cornhole Boards from Carolina Eagle Distributing.
Tailgate Party for 10 and a gift basket from Parker's Barbecue.
Pirate Fan gift basket from UBE.
$100 gift card to Coco's Sports Bar.
One $25 gift card to each to Christie's Europub, the Dap House, the Sidebar, and the Jarvis Street Bottle Shop.
$100 gift card to Jersey Mike's and...
Oh, and also thanks to Brandon Manning of Farm Bureau. He's got the golf on him. He's got 2 boxes of Titleist Pro V1 golf balls and a $50 gift card to go play some golf at Aiden Country Club.
Good work, ladies and gents. We will see you Monday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live, and we'll open up the treasure chest. We'll see you at Minji's tonight if you're tuned into our live edition, and we'll talk to you Monday at 3. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the